All right. Welcome, everybody. It is 11 o'clock on the dot. I want to give a big warm welcome to everyone out there that is joining the live stream. We are hosting the second Facebook party, virtual job party. I can't quite get the right words for it. It's one of a kind. Haven't seen anybody out there across the country do anything like this. And we want to give you a big warm welcome. I think we've got some panelists joining here. Everybody say hello to the Facebook.
Hello.
All right. Awesome. So I want to first thank all of our HR partners and recruiters and internal Elwood team members that have that volunteered to participate for this event. It's going to be a lot of fun. For those of you that are tuning in for the first time, and maybe those of you that have watched the first one, I want to share some fun numbers. 50 people got a job as a direct result of this virtual job fair from 2 weeks ago. I'm bumping everything here. 50 people. And it was a unique way to get job seekers in front of HR managers and hiring managers. Think about this. You have the opportunity today to partner with different HR managers and recruiters and ask questions and get your name out there and have the opportunity to leave this event with a job offer. I remember talking to Heidi over there in Logan in the bottom right-hand corner. They had, and Paula in the bottom left corner, they had 9 people that called the same day during the event, from the event, and they were able to get them interviewed and placed out on an assignment. And that is really cool. And so I want to invite job seekers that are watching this to participate. Put in comments. If you don't want to get your name out there, you want to be incognito because maybe you're working for a company that they're on Facebook watching this, because we got a lot of hiring managers and companies watching this right now. Send a private message to any one of these people right now on the feed in front of you. They're all Elwood team members. Send a private message and tell them what you're interested in, and we'll connect with you. So if you don't want to comment live, just send us a message. You can certainly private message me as well, and I'll get you connected with the right people. So with that, I want to first introduce those who are here. This is our internal Elwood team, and then we have HR partners that will be joining us. I've got quite the cast lined up. So today you're going to be hearing from several HR partners from Autoleave, Fresenius, Skill Staff, Elwood Pro, Nutraceutical, Campbell's, Richard Manufacturing, Kroger, Althea, and many more. So this is going to be just a jam-packed event. 10 minutes for each partner. They're going to talk about their openings, how much they pay, talk about the job, the culture, and you can ask any question. Keep it professional, please. Keep it clean. Keep the gloves on. But you can ask any question, and we're going to respond live. And for any individual out there, we might have time if you want to be the job seeker highlight of the event, comment, and you just got to have good audio and video and not a lot of crazy stuff in the background. And we'll even throw you up on the panel for a few minutes and introduce you and have you talk about your background experiences and what kind of job you're looking for. And then you can have all these recruiters fighting over you. How does that sound? It's like speed dating. I've never speed dated, so wouldn't know. So let's go around the room real quick and have everyone introduce themselves. So we'll start at the bottom with Andrew. We'll bring him up top. Andrew, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Andrew Larson. I am the branch manager here in the Layton area. So just here to talk about all the exciting opportunities that we have in Layton.
Woo, Layton, Utah. We like Layton.
It's where everybody wants to be. It's where everybody wants to be. So
yeah. Well, welcome to the panel. Really appreciate it, Andrew. Andrew's got some great clients out in Layton that he's going to talk about today for his 10-minute segment. So hold on, wait for it. It's going to be a little bit later in the show, right?
Exactly. So if you got to take a break right now, that's fine. But also everybody else has got some great stuff too, but realize we're coming up.
All right. Look at that. All these squares popping up. It's like the Brady Bunch. Crystal, your camera's off. I need to turn that one on. All right. Let's jump over to Alicia. Alicia, introduce yourself.
Hold on. Wait for it. It's going to be a little bit later in the show, right?
Exactly. So if you get a break right now, it's fine. But also everybody else has got.
Hey, if you're watching the live feed, turn that off.
All right. Look at that. All these squares popping up. It's like the Brady Bunch. Crystal, your camera's off. I need to turn that one on.
Okay, who's
All
got that
right.
wrong?
Jump over to Alicia. Alicia, introduce yourself.
Okay, I think that was LaDonna. I'm sorry, LaDonna. You'll have to figure out how to get that audio not going crazy like that. And go ahead and mute yourself, guys, when you're when we're not introducing you. So let's jump over. Let's go over and introduce Heidi. That doesn't work the best. Okay, Heidi, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'm Heidi. I'm over here in the Logan branch. I got hired on as a staffing recruiter in February of this year, and I have absolutely loved working with Elwood and everybody here. It's been such a great opportunity, and I am excited to share all of our jobs here in Logan. And by the way, Andrew, I know that you think that Layton's the best, but it's Logan. We are the best.
Wow, taking off the gloves there. And we lost Alicia. I don't know where she went. So Alicia, hopefully we get you back on. But let's jump over. Crystal, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Crystal Dockery. I am with the Ogden Skill Staff team. So we do construction and trades. Been with the company about 13 years, a little over 13 years. And we're excited to share the jobs that we have.
Yes, awesome. Well, welcome. We cannot wait for you to share what you have out there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and remove you there, and I'm going to add back a few people that I've kicked out. So, Derek, you're up.
Hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here. This has been fun. Last time was way fun to watch and to see everybody with all their jobs. But yes, I am with Elwood Staffing. I'm the on-site at Fresenius and have exciting news that we're just ready to get as many people as we can out there. And I've been with Elwood for 12 plus years, and it's been a fun experience to help a lot of people get a lot of jobs. And we're still here at it, doing it today. Love what I do and love to help you guys get a new job.
Awesome. Thank you, Derek. Atisha, introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Atisha. I'm here at the Brigham City Elwood Staffing branch. I have been with Elwood Staffing for just shy of 2 years now, and I absolutely love helping people find jobs.
Woo! Yeah. We love that you love helping people find jobs.
It's super fun.
Okay, so I'm sorry, there's a limit of 10 on the screen at a time and even in the lobby. So I've lost a few people that I did not mean to kick you out. So please rejoin. But we are, did I miss anybody? I'm about to introduce our first guest, ES Quality. So we'll have you guys introduce yourself and we'll get this party started. You guys ready? Get the party started. Yay. All right, guys. Well, let's have some fun. Let's kick things off. We're going to go ahead and introduce Annette and Felicia from ES Quality. And I'm going to remove the rest of you from the panel, but please come back. Okay. All right. So, Alicia. There we go. Okay. Annette and Felicia, welcome. Annette and Felicia are part of a company called ES Quality. It's an Elwood-owned company, and they do quality control and inspecting inside of Autoliv. And so please, Annette and Felicia, introduce yourselves and tell us about the jobs that you have open and what a good candidate looks like, and let's go from there. I can't hear you. No audio.
How about now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, sorry. So I'm Annette Brooks. I manage all of ES Quality. This is Felicia. She manages the UOL facility.
Hi, Felicia.
Hi.
Awesome.
So right now we have availability in both locations at AOA and at UOL. The job requirements are a little bit different in each location, and I'll let Felicia go over what she's looking for at UOL in just a minute. At the AOA location, we inspect the airbags as whole components, and we also inspect individual components that go into the airbags. We have full-time, we have part-time, easy, super, super easy work. The only thing that can be a little bit taxing is that we stand for the entirety of the shift. But what we usually tell people is after the first week, you adjust to that and it's totally fine.
And we're talking 8-hour shifts mainly. Is that right?
Correct. We do have some part-time that we prefer have 4 hours, just because by the time you get there and you get set up and start inspecting, 2 hours or less than 4 hours is just not feasible or worthwhile for us or for you. So 8 hours. There is some overtime availabilities most of the time. There is some time frames when we really don't have it, but for the most part, throughout the year, we have overtime availability as well.
Awesome. Who doesn't love overtime? Especially with the holidays coming up, get that extra
right
thing,
as management. As management, it's not a good thing, but for a staff or an associate, if you really like that extra money, it helps. And especially if
we don't have how to leave HR on here yet. We're talking about
yeah, right. They're feeling the pain too, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's helpful because we do have times of the year where we are shut down the same as auto leave. So that overtime helps cushion that a little bit for the associates if they kind of stash it away and save it.
Yes. All right. So go ahead, continue.
I wanted to say too, you don't have to have experience. Like, we train 100% on everything that we do. It's not, I know thinking about quality and inspection can sometimes be intimidating for people, but it's really not. We are given our direction by auto leave, and it's very, very simple directions. And it's anybody can do it, really.
Yeah.
As long as they can see.
Yeah. Have that attention to detail, good with their fingers and their hands. Somebody that can, somebody that's an artist or Legos and puzzles, can just sit there and
exactly.
Details.
Mm-hmm. If you're someone who likes puzzles or like memory games, really, or, I always think about Where's Waldo, right? Because you can pick out that individual thing from hundreds of thousands of things, which, I mean, even Where's Waldo is more difficult than what we do for the most part. So, it really is. Being able to see good from bad, and that this is different than this is key to what we do.
You would fire me if I had to work out there because I'm not good with memory games. I hate puzzles and Legos. I just get frustrated with them. I don't have the patience. Not a good fit for me.
Yeah. For the most part, what we see every day is how it's supposed to be, but it's always funny too. Like, Felicia just had this experience the other day. She was helping us at AOA, and she actually found a suspect condition, and it's crazy.
It's really like finding a missing part.
Yeah.
You're like, it's what I did.
She's like, it's so exciting when you find something that's suspect, and it's like, totally is.
Well, because you're saving a life. So, it's meaning. It's not just that we're inspecting something that, is going to end up on a shelf somewhere. It's ending up in a car for your loved one, for your family members, for your child, for your grandchildren. So it's important work, but it's easy to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So talk to us about the pay, because the pay is it's different from typical auto leave pay. It's a little bit lower because it's more for someone, we see a lot of people that are retired and looking for some additional income, or someone that's already working a part-time job, and wants a full-time, or vice versa. Talk to us about the pay and the shifts.
So regardless of location, the day shift is $12 an hour. The off shifts are $12.96. It is a difference from auto leave, but when you take into consideration what we actually do compared to what they actually do and the physicality of what they do, it is comparable. Like the pay matches what we do.
Yes. Okay. All right. What about you, Felicia, at UOL? Give us a little bit of a rundown of what people would be doing there with under your management.
So we do a lot of the same thing that Annette does at AOA. They will inspect parts, but we also provide inspection for just packaging for AOA and Brigham City, whether it's returnable plastic packaging or boxes that need to be made and kits that go up to Brigham City. Very easy work, very light lifting. I have a lot of people that are retired that just come and work for me to make a few extra bucks. I have people that work part-time that are on disability and have X amount of money that they can bring in. If they were to go somewhere with a higher wage, they wouldn't be able to work because they would exceed the amount of money that they can bring home on top of everything else. There's a lot of moms that work for me part-time, and the schedule, will be flexible with them. A lot of companies, yes, they'll pay more, but the flexibility that we have is really hard to find anywhere else. So that's a key thing for us to have and to offer to our employees.
So Derek over here sends a chat. People are probably asking, what is UOL or AOA? We should probably tell them what those mean.
This is a good point. So UOL is a shipping facility for auto leave. It's based out of BDO in Ogden. Very easy to get to. It's a brand new facility. It's only been up for 2 years, but the process there is, we've got it down to a T. So it is really nice if you're one of those people that just feels uncomfortable around large groups of people or big facilities. I have a lot of people that work for me that struggle with, social anxiety and things like that. And they love this environment because there's so few people there.
They're just left to do what they know to do.
It's not like intimidating as walking into a huge production facility with hundreds of people or possibly thousands.
Yeah. Well, thank you. That's super helpful when we're talking about, the right, we always want to make the right match, right? For job seeker and company, and it's sometimes really difficult. And both of you, Annette and Felicia, really explained well what your ideal candidate looks like. And so for those of you that fit any of those, you check any of those boxes, you're retired, you're on a fixed income, you're a student, you're a parent, you're looking for an additional job, and you have that attention to detail. You can just stand there and really analyze things at a quick pace.
Yes.
ES quality is the place to be.
Yes.
Especially with the school systems right now. It's so easy for us to be flexible with people. And it's not easy to find that at a lot of companies. So we're really flexible with our employees, and when their kids need to miss school or something has come up with COVID and they need to be quarantined, they don't lose their job over it. They simply go through the quarantine process, keep in contact with us, and return when they're cleared.
That's incredible. Well, another incredible thing is we just reached 100 shares and climbing. So this is getting out there. And I apologize for all the groups that this isn't live out of the group. It's just being shared. I can't see your comments. So make sure you click on the link that it's coming out of. Get in there and comment there, and I can see your comments. All right. Well, thank you, Annette and Felicia with Quality.
Thanks for having us.
Again, we have openings on all shifts. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes. Correct.
Wonderful.
For me, mostly day shift right now. So if you're looking for a day shift spot, hit us up so that we can get you in and get you started.
All right, let's do it. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Felicia.
Thank you.
All right. Was that not awesome or what? If you're fit any of those check boxes, those attributes for ES quality, you've got to reach out to Annette and Felicia. Of course, give us a call, any Elwood office, and we'll take care of you. We'll walk you through the process. I am really excited to bring on our next panelist, Lisa Williams. She is one of the HR partners for Autoliv in Ogden, the AOA facility, since we're using acronyms. And she's going to share with us some of the openings. She's going to share some great news talking about wage increases. This is truly, came at a time where people were really looking for a replacement income for unemployment, and other people that were underemployed just looking for a good career that pays them well for the work that they do and have an income they can rely on. And so I'm going to have Lisa share with us just briefly what those wages look like and talk about the openings and the benefits and culture at Autoliv. So without further ado, Lisa Williams, welcome to the panel. Welcome to our job party.
Hello.
Hey.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning, Lisa. I love the now hiring signs behind you. That sends a pretty clear message. I guess the first question to ask, Lisa, is, are you hiring?
We are hiring. We have quite a few openings, but we are looking for production and warehouse employees.
Awesome. Okay, Lisa. So let's start with something fun. What did Autoliv just do recently with their wages that a lot of people may not know about?
We increased our wages. So we have bumped up from $13.25 an hour up to $16 an hour starting through Elwood. That's on day shift. And so on top of that, if you're on swings or graves, it's an additional 8% shift differential, which gets you up around $17.25-ish an hour if you're willing to work swings or graves. So that's really cool.
That's amazing. 1725-ish, 1728. That's impressive. There's not very many employers out there in the northern Utah market that are offering those kind of wages. What are you looking for, Lisa, for someone that wants to come in and make those kind of wages? What does the ideal candidate look like to you?
The ideal candidate is probably somebody who has done production before. We are a production facility here in Ogden that deals with making airbags. So we're the finishing process before the airbags go off to the car manufacturers to be placed into a car. And so we're looking for somebody who is able to stand for 8 hours a day, is able to lift and bend and twist and do all of those type of things, to be able to, fold the cushions and attach the inflators and do what's needed to make that airbag and package it off and send it off. So that is our main thing that we're looking for, somebody who understands quality, somebody who understands safety. If we're making safety devices for automobiles, we want to make sure we're doing that in a safe manner. So safety and quality are huge parts of the job. Our folks, they save lives. If you ask an Autoliv employee, what do you do for a living? They'll tell you, I save lives. I make those airbags. The airbags only have one chance to deploy. So if you're in an accident and your airbag wasn't made properly and it doesn't deploy the way that it should, people's lives are at risk. And so we have that culture here, that attitude here to make sure that our employees keep that, at the forefront of their mind, is that they're making those airbags that are, could be in their own car, could be in the car that their children are driving in. So it's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. That really hits home for me. And I know a lot of people watching this probably can relate to the importance of a working airbag and how much of a difference it makes in a crash. So Lisa, you guys have multiple openings right now on all shifts. Days is limited, but there's openings there. Swings and graves. are doing something that not many companies are doing when working with different agencies, and that is bringing people on at the same rate as they bring their own people on off the street. And a lot of companies, they want you to prove yourself first and go through a transition period, and then get hired on and get those new wages, which that's what everybody does, and a lot of companies are still doing it. But you guys at Autoleave, we're just so impressed, and I know a lot of people out there that have been getting a job right now at Autoleave are very thankful for the change, because this is an income that they can be proud of. This is an income they can make a career out of. This is a career move for so many people. I talk to associates every day that come through our branch and any one of our branches, and they talk about how they, we ask them, how long are you wanting to work at Autoleave? And they're talking about, well, as long as I can, 5 years, 6 years. I want to grow in this company. And when they go out and train, a lot of the trainers are Elwood people that have worked their way up through the ranks. And so and a lot of AMTs and management have gone through Elwood. So people really see that clear path to building a career out at Autoleave. So with that, Lisa, with this career path that people can go down with Autoleave and this great pay, what are some of the benefits that associates can gain as a Elwood associate, and then when they get hired on, now the pay increase that they get up front. So what are some of the other benefits when they get hired on that they get to benefit from?
Okay, so as we discussed, the pay has increased, 16 to 17.28 an hour is amazing. You would be an Elwood employee for about 90 days before you'd be eligible to qualify to convert to an Autoleave employee. And then on day one from Autoleave, your medical, dental, vision, all of those benefits are available to you as soon as you become an Autoleave employee. Tuition reimbursement, $52.50 a year in tuition reimbursement if you go on to further your education in a degree that would benefit the company. So that is a huge win, especially, on day one. We do have on-site cafeteria that's state of the art. We have an on-site gym. Vacation is something that you accrue monthly. Personal leave is something that you receive right when you start with us. There's incentive hours that even an Elwood associate can earn by hitting all the goals every month, which would then give you paid time off. So that's something that is a pretty neat benefit as well. All of our PPE is given to you at no cost, so you don't have to bring in your own face masks or face shields or anything of that sort.
Wow.
We're living in a different world with COVID, and so we have some very strict policies that we follow to make sure that our employees are in a safe working environment. One-way traffic direction in the facility, making sure there's temperature screenings done, plenty of hand sanitizer and Lysol and all those type of things, deep cleaning of the entire facility, wearing a mask and a face shield just to make sure, because you can't really social distance in a production cell. That helps to keep you safe while you're working around others. And we just have a lot of different things in place to make sure that our employees are staying safe from the virus.
No, that's one thing I have to give you guys a hat tip for is when this whole COVID pandemic broke out, you guys just took immediate action and just closed everything down, got everything set up, one-ways, plexi everywhere, temperature checks, these, a one way in, one way out, it was incredible to see, the measures that you guys took to just keep COVID from spreading in the workplace. Cause it's a virus. It's hard to stop a virus from spreading when there's people next to each other. And you guys managed to really just keep people safe in your facility and keep it from spreading like wildfire. So that's incredible, and people should really know that. A lot of people just don't know what companies are doing to keep COVID-19 out of the workplace, and I really appreciate you, Lisa, sharing that with the world right now, because people that's going to matter to them, and they're going to want to know more. And so
Absolutely.
if you are interested in learning more about these extra PPE measures and what the Autoliv is doing, you can call any Elwood office. We'll walk you through the whole process, answer any questions you have, and let's see if we can get you started out at Autoliv.
Perfect.
Well, Lisa, 10 minutes is up. We want to thank you for your time. Again, Autoliv is hiring for all shifts right now, just about all facilities that have production going on through northern Utah, 16 for days. Then there's that 8% differential on the swings and grave shift, which equates to $17.28 an hour. The process of getting on is pretty quick. You can interview, do all the hiring process over the phone and through email, and then you can get started usually the next day or two. So if you're ready to make your next career move with Autoliv, give us a call, and let's get you out there. Thanks, Lisa.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Wow. Okay, this is fun, right? We are already 46 minutes in. We've had ES Quality, which is a vendor inside of Autoliv, talk about their unique openings and the unique skill set and personality and attributes that it takes to work in those positions. Very flexible for parents, people that want a part-time job, people that might be retired or on a fixed income, and as well as just somebody that just loves a job like that. If you just love puzzles and maybe art, like just be able to sit there and have patience, unlike me. It's a great place to be. And then we had Lisa Williams from Autoliv talk about the big changes they made with their wages to be competitive in the market and really just standing out as a market leader in their wages. And people are flooding over to Autoliv to get their start. And it's such a cool opportunity for a lot of people. And now I have the pleasure of welcoming one of our HR partners, recruiters from Fresenius. Nick was on here the last virtual job party, and everybody loved Nick, so we had to have him back. And Fresenius is a staple of our community here in Ogden, and we get so many people asking how they can get their start at Fresenius, and not everybody can. And it's got the shifts are sought after, 3 12-hour shifts and then a 6-hour shift on your 4th day. So you're working 3.5 days, and then you have 3.5 days off. That shift everybody loves. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people. And so that's why, for one of the many reasons why people just run after Fresenius, as well as their actual life-saving devices that they produce, which is important. And Nick will share that. So I'm going to welcome Nick to the panel. Nick, my friend, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me back, Stephen.
Hey, welcome back. I can't tell if that's a green screen behind you or is that your actual wall?
That's my actual wall, my dining room wall. Very exciting. Working.
Wow, that looks exciting. I would just be in my dining room all day if I had that kind of wall. Okay, Nick. Well, really appreciate you coming on to our panel today and joining our Facebook Live job party. So I'd love to have you, and I'm going to bring Derek on, our on-site manager for Fresenius, to join the panel. Hi, Derek. All right, Nick. Let's kick this off. Tell us about Fresenius benefits. What people should look for in a career at Fresenius, and wherever else you want to take this.
Yeah, well, I'll start by just mentioning that we're having a virtual hiring event from 12 to 2 through Indeed. So if you're interested in meeting Adam Taylor, who is one of the recruiters, head over to Indeed and quickly RSVP. I think there's still time to get loaded up. And is that today? That's today in 30 minutes. So
awesome.
25, counting down the minutes. So he'll love me for sending even more people in, but that'll be a lot.
If you are really serious about Fresenius, I would love for you to stay and watch the next 3 hours of this event, but seriously take action, get over to that event as soon as possible. Nick, if you can, maybe at the actual Facebook feed, post a link to that Indeed event when you get a chance.
I definitely will. When I'm logged out, I'll post that right in the comments.
Awesome.
And then we're excited because we've got new lines going in, which is always exciting for us at Fresenius when we have new manufacturing lines being commissioned, because it means more product will be going out the door and we'll be helping more patients in the long run. So that's given all of our internal employees a lot of opportunity to shift around. If they want to learn some different skills and work on a different component of the line, they can. Others are just shifting to a better shift that aligns with their new COVID life. And then we'll be getting started on backfilling all of those other moves where people have moved over. And so lots of new opportunity on the production floor. And we're also seeing some growth in the warehouse as well. And of course, more manufactured product means more warehousing. So a lot of stuff going on right now in Ogden.
Awesome. Yeah, I know Derek could definitely share some of the specifics on the openings there and pay rates, and maybe we'll have him chime in here in a quick minute and talk about those. So Nick, you spoke so well to this last time. I'd love for you to share it with the group again. Talk to us about the benefits of working at Fresenius, the culture, the different career paths that you can take. Would you share that with us?
Yeah, and I would say, although we use the word benefits to refer to, typically medical, dental, vision, paid time off, 401k. And yes, we do have all of those, but I think for me, the biggest benefit is just being able to work in an environment where I'm directly impacting patients' lives. And so I don't want to ignore those other things that are so important. And we've got great medical plans, of course, being a healthcare, medical device, pharmaceutical company. So lots of great benefits there, but really the core benefit for me and most of us is just really having a job where you feel like you're doing something bigger than yourselves. A lot of the people that we have at the company have moved up, so a lot of them are interested in leadership. Almost all of our leaders in Ogden specifically, and at most of our sites, are individuals that work their way up. They did not get that just because they applied to a leadership job, but really came in, worked hard, wasn't missing work or anything like that, and that was recognized and rewarded by promoting them up. So there's a lot of upward mobility, and then there are still a lot of folks that just aren't interested in something like leadership and want to be able to progress through their own individual contributions, and production roles all leveled. So a new person with no experience might start as a production operator 1, then move to a 2, then to a senior, and then to a lead. If they decide to use our educational reimbursement benefit, they'd be potentially able to go into the technician track. Again, we've got 1, 2, senior, and lead. Those require an associate's degree, and they are much more technical. So if you really like rolling your sleeves up and getting into it, the technician roles are a lot of fun, and a lot of the educational programs local to Ogden are very hands-on. So if you're thinking about school in the context of algebra class in high school, it's not the same. So I'd encourage people to kind of think beyond the classic view of education. And a career with us is really hands-on. You're always moving. In fact, you can go ahead and cancel that gym membership entirely, because you will get a better workout working in a manufacturing plant than you ever will in a gym.
I haven't gone to the gym for 5 years anyways, so I'm with my membership doesn't work. So that's a
now you have a good excuse though, right?
Yes. Wow, Nick, that's awesome. That's what I think a lot of people that will appreciate just watching this is a company like Fresenius. It's not just another job. It can be for some, but many, they choose that career path, and they start in production or warehousing, and then they take advantage of the different verticals that they can go into, multiple different verticals that you've just shared with us, as well as going the education route and, maybe going into engineering or IT and taking that career path with Fresenius. So that's incredible. And I'll let Derek for a quick minute share just a highlight. What do we have open at the local facility, and the shifts and pay rates? Will give you just 1 minute, Derek, and go from there.
Sure. Thank you guys. Appreciate the time that I have to talk about this. We love Fresenius. It's a great opportunity. We have openings in the A, B, C, and D shifts. So those are your 12-hour shifts, and then 1 half day that's 6 hours. So you're working 3.5 days on, 3.5 days off, which is great, right? You get used to that schedule, and then you're working half the week, but you're off half the week. You think that through a little bit more, you're working half the month, but you're off half the month, right? And the pay rates are going to be between 14 and 15.50. So depending on the shift, if you're on days, it's going to be 14 and then 14.50 on the weekends. If you're working nights, it's going to be around the 14.60 to 15 up to 15.20, depending on the shift you're on. So it's a great step in the right direction. It gets you a stable job that's there. It's not going to go away. It's been there through this whole pandemic. We have patients that need our product, and so they're very happy to get that product. And so most employees are there, and they're steadily working, and it's been great. It's been great to work with Fresenius and make sure we get them the people they need to get that product out to the clinics. And so I just have lots of openings. We can be anywhere from inside the clean rooms to inside just the general warehouse packaging. And so we have a lot for everybody that we'd be happy to get you guys started.
Awesome. Thanks, Derek. Okay, Nick, any other last minute thoughts before I let you go?
The people that tend to love that 12-hour shift are often the outdoorsmen and women of the group, because it gives you so much time to be outdoors and doing things. I'm a big fan of the outdoors and have my own camp up in Maine because I'm based out in Massachusetts, and I don't get anywhere near enough time because I don't have the 12-hour shifts. I would love that. But we've got a lot of employees who just absolutely love the ability to go camping for longer periods and longer trips. So yeah, I think it's a great, very flexible environment, and people really enjoy it.
I love the 12-hour shifts. In fact, I work them literally 7 days a week. That's how much I love the 12-hour shifts, Nick.
You got to have time to go camping, though. Like you said, you got to have
exactly. I got to find time. Well, Nick,
one of these days I'll do Facebook Live from my campsite. I'm just working out the electricity issue. So
yeah. Well, let us know when you get that hooked up. Well, like Nick shared in the beginning, they have a virtual Indeed hiring event going on right now on Indeed. Nick's going to jump off of here and share it in the comments, and I'll pop it onto the screen here. So if you like what you just heard and you want to explore an opportunity with Fresenius, there's literally another job fair competing with mine that I want you to go to right now, and let's get you started over at Fresenius.
Excellent.
All right.
Thanks for having me, Stephen. Good to see you, Derek.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. All right. That was just awesome. Okay, I went 2 minutes into Crystal's time. So, Crystal, you could still bleed over an extra 2 minutes into Kelly's time, and then we'll just keep letting it bleed over like that. But I am really excited about bringing on Crystal Dockery. She is the branch manager of the Skill Staff branch in Ogden. She's going to talk about what that is, what kind of openings they have, and we're going to go from there. So, Crystal, welcome to the virtual party. Woo! Yeah, I can't hear you.
Hi, I just unmuted. Well, hello. I'm really excited to be on this virtual job party, and wanted to let you guys know that we are the Ogden Skill Staff office for Elwood Staffing. We are located on 3025 Washington Boulevard. We share an office with another office. We are on the street side.
Yeah, you got to share an office with this
guy. So if anyone is interested in any of these positions, feel free to reach out to us, and we would love to have you. Do you want me to?
Okay, Crystal, hold on. Put on the brakes there. So what is Skill Staff? Talk to us about the type of positions you guys normally staff for, and then let's jump into what you have available, and let's get into the details.
Sure. So we do mostly construction and skilled trade staffing, heavy manufacturing, things like that. Our positions, some of them are temporary positions, a lot of them are temp to hire positions, and we do direct hire also. So do you want me to just go down kind of?
Yes, let's I know a lot of job seekers here. They want to hear the pay, the shift, the type of work. Like, give us the good stuff.
Absolutely. So right now I have an opening for a coiler position. This is a heavy industrial manufacturing plant. It is a graveyard shift. The pay is $17.08 an hour. Doesn't have to have a lot of experience. If you do have heavy manufacturing experience, it is a plus. They are willing to train. It is a temp to hire position, and they are 12-hour rotating shifts.
Woo.
So they work like 2 days on, 2 days off, 3 days on, 3 days off. So they do fall on weekends. So you do get long weekends sometimes, just depending on what your shift is. They do not let you allowed to leave for lunch, but they do pay for your half-hour lunch. So you just bring your lunch to work. For all your breaks and everything are paid.
I do that every day. I just work through my lunch and eat, and
lunch, eat as you're
paid for it. So these guys are getting paid for it. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. So that position does have overtime, and like I said, it is a temp to hire position. It is a sought after position because it is a little bit higher pay for an entry level position.
How much is the pay again?
$17.08 an hour to start.
What? Oh my heck, that's awesome. $17.08.
Yes. Another one we have is an industrial maintenance position. Experience is required for this one. It is a fast-paced production environment. They want somebody with food industry experience in the maintenance department. The pay on that one is $22 an hour. That one is also a night shift. Yeah, temp to hire position.
How much experience do they need to have?
They want at least a couple of years on that one,
Okay.
doing the industrial maintenance.
There's quite a few people that have industrial maintenance experience that are probably not making $22 an hour. So if you have even 2 years of experience, you've got to call Crystal. That's incredible. 22 an hour.
Absolutely. We do have another position that is a machine assembly position. This one is for auto leave. This is a resume required position. You have to pass an assembly test, be able to read blueprints, strong electrical, mechanical background is required. This is a day shift, Monday through Friday. The pay starts at 18 for the first 3 weeks, and then they do an evaluation and then raise you up to there from there.
Wow.
We have people making 24 and up at that position. Ooh. So that one's a really good one. That is a long-term position.
We need a pay raise, Crystal. Jeez, that's incredible.
I have a pipe layer for a local company, Weber and Davis areas. They do travel around to different sites. This one you have to have experience, must have own transportation. This one starts at $15 an hour and goes up. Their shifts are Monday through Friday. On Monday through Thursday, 10-hour shifts, so you get a long weekend every weekend. I have, and that one is $15 an hour. Depending on experience, they go up. We have a lot of people working that position, making 18 plus. I have a fence installer, and that one. Hey, go ahead.
They probably need a higher fence installer to fix my fence that got blown over in the windstorm.
You can reach out to me. We might be able to, hook you up with this company, and they can help you out. That one is $16 an hour. Experience.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Same company is looking for a fence welder and a shop manager. That one is $25 an hour, depending on experience up from there. And then we have laborers at a local excavation company, 4-day week, Monday through Thursday. Those are $15 an hour. Those are long-term positions. And then we have a lot of labor positions, flagging, forklift, things like that. We have a ton of open positions right now, as you can tell.
Yes, the business is booming, and companies are staying very busy right now in the season. And as you can tell, Crystal just laid out wages between $14 and $24 an hour. Companies are paying more to get you to come work for them. They want to get the best of the best to come join their team, join their company, and so. If you meet any of those skill sets that Crystal just outlined, definitely reach out to the Skill Staff team. Crystal, what's the phone number for you guys?
801-392-7000.
7000. Awesome.
Text or call, either one.
Text or call. All right. Well, Crystal, can't thank you enough for joining our panel today. again, Elwood is not just light industrial space. We have 3 divisions. We have the light industrial. We have this construction and skilled trade that Crystal just shared with us. And then we have our professional search division, which I am going to, as a surprise, bring on someone from our professional search division right after this with Crystal. And so we're going to hit all 3 at one time. So Crystal, anything else you want to share with the group?
Nothing.
With the 40,000 people that are watching this.
Well, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Crystal. Thanks for coming on. Have a nice day.
You too.
All right, let's, wow. I cannot believe we're already an hour and 5 minutes into this. It feels like it's been 5 minutes. We've had a fantastic panel so far. A lot of great companies, right? You just had the opportunity to interact with some of the best HR managers in Northern Utah and some of the best recruiters, and there's more to come. And, I would challenge any of you out there, job seekers that are looking to make the next move in your career, or you're looking to, find a company that you really want to work for, interact with us, comment, more info, private message us. Let's get you connected with these HR managers and recruiters, and let's hit our goal of getting 100 people hired after this event. We hired 50 last time on our first event, and that was, we kind of threw this together, figuring things out, didn't know what the heck we were doing. No one's ever done a virtual job party live on Facebook like this, and to have 50 people placed into a new career is just incredible. We just love that, and so let's get 100 people. With that, I would like to introduce to you Kelly Good, or Goody. I don't even know her last name. It's got to be Kelly Good, silent E, part of our pro division. She's going to talk about professional search, and we have positions for IT professionals, HR managers, engineers, and more that are within that Elwood Staffing recruits for, and these are direct hire placements, meaning you're not on a temp to hire where you work a certain amount of hours and you go onto the client's payroll. These are direct hire, direct to the client, and Kelly helps you with that transaction. She's a matchmaker. Love matchmaker, but job love, not anything else. Okay, Kelly, how's that for an introduction?
That's a great introduction. Thank you. It's so good to see everybody. It's awesome.
All right, Kelly. So where are you, by the way? You do not look like you're in Utah.
No, I am not. I actually sit in Elwood Staffing corporate office in Columbus, Indiana.
Oh, you're one of those fancy corporate pants.
Fancy, yes.
Well, good. Well, we're glad to have you, Kelly, and really excited to talk about Elwood Professional for those candidates out there that are, in some of those positions like engineering, IT, and HR that are looking to make their next career move. So why don't you talk about Elwood Professional, maybe the top 3 or 4 positions that you guys, recruit for on a regular basis, and then maybe give us some insights on some jobs local in Utah and Idaho.
Yes. So thank you so much for having me on today. Very excited to be here, and especially to share Elwood Professional. Absolutely love what this company does across the spectrum for our candidates. So Elwood Professional is an extension of Elwood Staffing, and we assist companies with their professional, mid-level, executive type opportunities. And that would be very much like what you said, the IT, the engineering, business management, finance, accounting, HR roles. And the candidates that we work with, they can fall within a salary range of like $35,000 a year to $330,000 a year.
Woo!
Huge opportunities.
I want to be on the latter part of that salary.
Me too. Sign me up. And we also work on an hourly rate too. So sometimes it borderlines that $16, $17 an hour to $150 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I want that one too. I'll take either or.
Can you imagine all the things that we could do? So here's something to keep in mind. These candidates, they may have degrees. They may have technical certifications. They may be looking for that direct hire opportunity, as you had shared earlier. And we also find out that in the pro realm, we also can do temp to hire, which means it's kind of like an audition for both sides. So the candidate gets to audition for a certain amount of time to see if it's going to be a good fit. Am I going to like the culture? Is this company everything they say? And it gives the company a chance to try on, and the candidate, are they good? Are they everything they said in the interview? So we call it.
Sorry to interrupt. We just got the comment from our one of our panelists from earlier from Fresenius, Nick. He wrote, "Thanks again for having me on. Check out our virtual hiring event." I can't believe he's competing with our hiring event. Kelly, come on, who does that? I think it's awesome. For those of you that are interested in pursuing a career at Fresenius, you need to leave this. Just write down. You stopped at 1 hour and 10 minutes, 58 seconds, and you just come back and watch the whole thing. But go over to the hiring event on Indeed, event 49261. And if Fresenius is a place that you want to start a career, you've got to get over there right now. It starts in 5 minutes, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And let's get you a career over at Fresenius. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you sharing that with us. Okay, Kelly, back to you.
Awesome. So I was just saying that the professional verticals that candidates can be a part of when they are working with professional is we do the direct hire, we do the temp to hire, and we even have contract opportunities for professionals. So for those larger facilities or even companies that are looking to kind of help fill in a void while they have a few of their members, maybe it's a maternity leave. Or maybe it's they're ready and they're getting prepared for an audit and they need that quality engineer or that quality manager to come in and make sure the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and they're good to get that certification. We can help you. That's what we do.
I love that. So Kelly, do we have any of those open in Utah or Idaho?
You will be glad to know that I came prepared with a couple. Just to kind of whet your appetite. But I want to say right here, if you are looking for a career change and you want to make a change, whatever that may look like, as outcome, you're just kind of in between, go visit www.elwoodprofessional.com. Therefore, you can see every position that we have. And the recruiters will be listed underneath those job descriptions. So definitely want to make sure that you check out that website. Encourage you guys to apply directly if something does fall within your vertical, because that means that you're getting out there, you're getting recognized, and we definitely want to make sure that we're connecting good candidates with good companies. So
I'll tell you, Kelly, on that note, a lot of people might think they're 90% qualified, so they don't want to apply for the job. Like, oh, I'm not quite there. I'm 80, 90% there of the qualifications. And what a lot of people don't realize is you don't have to be 100%. You don't have to hit every checkbox. Like if you're 80% there, you're there. Like, and with all of these companies expanding and growing, they'll take someone 70% there as long as you're coachable and you're willing to learn a new program or some new software or some different things and different tools of the trade. And so do not be discouraged if you even meet 70%. If you're 70% there, connect with one of the pro recruiters and they'll get you going.
I would just like to say to your comment, I think the advantage of working with a recruiter, connecting with them and being in their hip pocket, we have a qualifying process that is impeccable. I mean, just the way that we find out information and we represent that candidate to the company. We've earned that relationship with our clients that they are leaning on us as a partnership. Tell us about this candidate. Why would you present this candidate? Why are they important? Why this position? So definitely very important to have a pro recruiter in your corner rooting for you.
Speaking of likes, Kelly, you've received 20 likes.
Yay!
You're the most popular one so far.
Must be my magnetic personality.
120 reshares, 300 views. So you've brought the party to the party.
Yay! Well, thanks, guys. Hit those like buttons. Pass us on. So I want to share these because I know my time's running out. So
yes,
in the Ashland, Oregon area, director of finance. So remember we were talking about those executive type positions. If you are strong in finance background and they are preferring like a MBA, would like to connect with a good company. We're talking 6 figures. This is a big one. So go on to that professional website that I shared, www.elwoodprofessional.com. Be looking for that director of finance in the Ashland, Oregon area, and you will find your recruiter who you can connect with.
Woo!
Also, my last one, because I don't want this. These are good. These are huge Fortune 500 company. They are in American Fork, Utah. They are technical support representatives. Call center background. If you do have some technical skills, yes, please apply. So don't think you have to have everything because that's not necessarily true. Remember, there's a learning curve to everything. So make sure that you apply. This company, they also create some software. So definitely go onto the website, look for technical support representative in the American Fork, Utah, $16 an hour. So
nice, 16 an hour, contact center, technical experience. Sounds like you'll gain some technical experience as well in this position. Fantastic. Well, Kelly, I wish I could keep you on here longer because you're getting the most likes out of everyone. But we've got to turn the time over to our next panelist from Nutraceutical. So speaking of which, Hayden, if you have any pro spots that you need help with, give Kelly a call. All right. Well, Kelly, thanks for joining us. And again, for those professional spots, openings, visit elwoodprofessional.com.
Thank you, Stephen. Have a great one.
You too. Thanks, Kelly. Woo! Okay, we're on fire here. We're getting a lot more likes here. I'm really excited to have Hayden be a return guest from Nutraceutical. Hayden, how you doing?
Doing great. It's a Wednesday, so we're happy. It's Wednesday.
Woo! What Wednesday is the 3rd best day of the week?
That's right, man. We're excited.
Because Monday's the best day.
Every day at Nutraceutical is the best day.
Yes. All right. So please introduce yourself, Hayden. Talk about some of the openings at Nutra and the culture and benefits. Let's get some people out there.
Yes, please. So my name is Hayden Christensen. I work at Nutraceutical. I've been with the company for about a year and 2 months. And what we do at Nutraceutical is we do vitamins, we do supplements. And the cool thing about Nutraceutical is we take it from the raw product all the way to the finish line where we package it and distribute it.
Wow.
If you're interested in wellness and wellness solutions, Nutraceutical is the place for you. As far as jobs go, we have everything from the shipping side of things and distribution, that's just packaging and stuff like that, where you also get to get your hands more involved in the science of things. So you're actually making the product, manufacturing. I have some batching. Batching is, I like to call the chef of the product. So you get dirty and doing that stuff. Pay ranges from about $11 to $15. And so as far as shifts go, we're looking for day to swing to grave.
That's awesome. And, when we look at the different shifts, there's so many different shifts that are available that really, if you're a stay-at-home parent that needs something in the evenings or the mornings or the afternoons, Nutra has a place for you. If you have a kid that has just a crazy school schedule, Nutra is going to have a spot for you. Or if you're a student, looking for something part-time or even full-time in the evenings overnight, Nutra's got you covered.
Yeah.
And you talk about the product, Hayden, supplements from the batch portion where, you're bringing all these different ingredients together. I don't know if that's the right word, ingredients, but we'll go with it. And, mixing it and then bottling it and labeling and shipping, that's a big deal to have that in one facility and to think that you can be part of that process. I take a lot of supplements, not to get buff, but just to stay healthy.
Right.
And I get a lot of my products that are made right here out of Nutraceuticals facility. And it's just, I don't know why I'm surprised by it, but I love how clean the product is, quality controls, zero defects, and I can count on these supplements every single day to be the right portion, and I feel it, and it feels good.
Yeah.
So Hayden, what's the culture look like there for someone that wants to join the nutraceutical team?
The culture is, we recognize, first of all, we recognize people that are willing to work hard and learn and grow. I love those employees that will see maybe an additional responsibility as a learning opportunity, and we reward those people that are willing to get in and work hard. Specifically, our CEO in a town hall meeting, we have town hall meetings about once a month where the CEO addresses the entire company.
Wow.
He said that he wants people that are really passionate about wellness solutions. And so obviously, like I said, if you're passionate about that, about taking care of yourself, of others, and creating that product, that's where Nutraceutical really lies. And so that's a little bit about our culture. Nutraceutical, it's a fun time to be at Nutraceutical just because we have a new CEO, we have new leadership, and they want to expand. And so we're getting into places like Costco and CVS and some of those bigger names, a lot coming down the pipes. And so whether you're in manufacturing or whether you're in finance or wherever you are at Nutraceutical, there's changes that are happening. In 2 weeks from now, I have about 8 food trucks that are coming to Nutraceutical, and we're just giving lunch to everyone for free. And you can choose your food truck. You get to choose 2 food trucks.
Sign me up. Can I come?
Yeah, come on down. We have pizza and street tacos and stuff like that. And it's a fun place to be. The CEO wants to make sure that we're giving all our attention to the employees, because we realize that without our employees, Nutraceutical would fail to happen, and so that's something that we're really striving for, is making Nutraceutical more than just a paycheck. We want our employees to be excited about coming to work, and so we're doing everything that we can to make sure that our employees are happy.
It's just, you talk about a wellness culture, Hayden. Like, when I talk to a lot of job seekers and they're struggling at different companies, the physicality of it, right, and just the mental capacity that they need to have, and in addition to the physical, and I always encourage them to check out different nutraceutical type of products, like to really improve their health, right? Because it's amazing, like how much of a difference when you're healthy and you're using the right supplements to like feed your mitochondria that are the powerhouses of your cells in your body.
Nice.
Like
biology, yeah.
Right. Like, and that's what you guys do. And so you have the product that help people feel healthy and can work the long hours and not let it be a bother, because they know how to recover well. And I just think that's awesome. And so if you guys, if you want to be part of that wellness culture, if you want to be involved in that process and be part of a company that's just growing at just a record pace, you need to check out Nutraceutical. You need to talk to Hayden. Talk to LaDonna, which she's our on-site manager. Let's see if we can see if she can hear us now.
Hello.
So LaDonna, if you could spend just 1 minute sharing, LaDonna's our on-site manager, so she's going to be there for you day in and day out, to making sure you integrate well and get set up for success. LaDonna, what do you look for in a candidate for Nutraceutical?
I'm just looking for somebody hardworking, know what they're looking for, available. We, like Hayden was saying, just someone that's really just looking forward to going to work. If you know what you're looking for, day, swing, graveyard shift, just someone that's going to be there looking for wellness, things like that. I just want somebody that's going to be there.
That's important. That's important. I'm glad you mentioned that, LaDonna. Somebody that knows what they're looking for.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're looking for, call us and we'll ask the right questions. We'll dig in deep to find out, where, you will be a good fit. But to know that, to come into an interview at Elwood and say, I want to work at Nutra and here's why, you're gonna set yourself apart on the list of applicants that are applying, and you're going to be able to, be at the top of the list and get hired on, hopefully, as well as be looked at. If you have that same attitude, what you want when you're out there and you're working hard, the sky's the limit on your career growth. Because Nutra is growing so much. Hayden, you can maybe add to this. There's just so many supervisor positions that open up, and people internally are the ones that are taking those and getting promoted.
And that's something our CEO really wants, is we want to hire within. So there is a lot of opportunity. Like I said, there's a lot of growth and a lot of opportunity. And one thing, if I could just interject real quick, I was talking to our chief of staff, I guess you could call him. He said that there are referral bonuses even for our Elwood associates. So if you know anyone that works at Nutraceutical and come through Elwood, we will take care of you. So if you do know someone, there are referral bonuses. We're kind of doing a promotional thing at $300 in September. So
I'm going to refer every applicant.
Yeah. So come on down. There is a referral bonus going on right now. So we want you to come to Nutraceutical and have a good time. Come eat at the food trucks.
Yes, food trucks. You had me at food and trucks.
That's right.
All right, Hayden, again, thank you for joining our panel for the second time. If you're interested in starting a career at Nutraceutical, please reach out. LaDonna is our on-site manager. She's going to take great care of you, make sure you're set up for success, and Hayden will be out there to make sure you stay out of trouble.
That's right.
All right, we'll see you. Thank you. LaDonna, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back later on.
All righty.
All right, so how about that? Nutraceutical, such a cool company. I hope if you really resonated with Hayden and what he was speaking to with the wellness culture and having so many different shifts available to you that really will work with your unique schedule. Definitely reach out. Let's get you out there. And to LaDonna's point, know what you want. That's so important. It will put you at the top of the stack of applicants and get you there much faster. And that's with any of our companies. Know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, let us help you get there. We'll dig in. All right. So I am really excited about our next guest. This is somebody that a company that we haven't had on before. Brand new guest from Campbell's. We have Cheryl, one of the HR managers from Campbell's. This is for Cache Valley. So if you live in the Cache Valley area, you want to pay attention. We are going to bring Cheryl on from Pepperidge Farm. Cheryl, welcome to the Facebook Live event. We are so glad to have you.
Hey, welcome to everyone. It's a party today.
Woo, party. Do you have some snacks for us?
We have snacks here. In fact, a little bit of background. Most people in Cache Valley know us as Pepperidge Farm.
Yes.
But what they don't know is we are part of Campbell Soup with the Campbell Snacks. And we make snacks, wonderful snacks, goldfish crackers, cookies. You would love them.
I love them. And the goldfish. So I just discovered the veggie goldfish. And my kids absolutely love them. I had no idea that was even a thing.
Well, it's kind of nice as a parent to find a product that is, more than just a snack, but it's a healthy snack. Right. So those have the veggie ones with the tomato and the carrots, we don't make those at our plant, but we have access to them.
Oh, they are so good. All right. Well, Cheryl, thank you for introducing yourself. Pepperidge Farm has been a staple of the community in Cache Valley. You guys have been there through the thick and thin. During all the shutdowns, you guys were still there working hard, keeping people safe and getting goldfish to all those people that were quarantined that, their kids are driving them crazy. So they got to give them the goldfish. and the cookies. So tell us a little bit about the local facility for those that might not be familiar with it, and what you guys are looking for, candidate-wise, and some of the different positions. If you don't mind, we'll let you go wherever you want with that. We'll bounce around.
That sounds great. Thanks, Stephen. Pepperidge Farm, a branch of Campbell Soup, has been in Cache Valley for 46 years, actually. And so when you mentioned that we have been through the thick of things with COVID and all of that, it's true. In fact, our company has talked about the workers at the plants being the heroes for Campbell Soup, because we have kept a strong schedule. But here at Richmond, we make cookies, as I mentioned, and we make goldfish crackers. We have been going pretty strong with those, and that's why we're needing some extra help. The jobs that we have open that we could use your hand and help with are some production line workers to help us get those packaging things done of our cookies, assortment cookies, and the goldfish products and variety packs. Lots of families like to get the variety packs from maybe a club store, Costco, Sam's Club, something like that. And so we need some help.
Guilty as charged.
It's true. Myself as well. We are looking for workers that, as I had listened in on the previous one from Nutraceutical, a lot of the employers' concern, and we're just the same as them all, is that the employees can be there to work hard each day that they are scheduled. And that's what we're looking for. People that can come in. Now, because we are a pharmaceutical, we're similar to pharmaceutical, but we are food manufacturing. There are a lot of guidelines that we comply with and require of all of the workers. A lot of those would include things like wearing hair nets when you're out on the floor, or if you have facial hair, wearing a beard net. We are not able to wear any.
I can't grow a beard, Cheryl. I've tried my whole life. It's not happening.
Well, we have some that enjoy having a beard, so they wear the beard cover. We have some that hate wearing the beard cover, so they shave. So there would be lots of folks that would be like-minded to you, Stephen. We are not able to wear jewelry, no acrylic or false nails or nail polish. No, on the floor of production, we can't have cell phones or earbuds or any electronics. So it's the usual good manufacturing practices we call GMP for short, that most food and medical, those kinds of places all require to keep the food that people, our customers, purchase, to keep that safe for everyone. So those would be the expectations. We have uniform shirts that we provide, and that you don't have to do the laundry for that. Ooh. We have an agency that comes to make sure there are clean shirts available for each one every day.
That probably makes a lot of spouses happy when it comes to laundry day.
Yes, it does. My once we implemented these full time, even for myself, it takes my laundry load on the weekends way down. So that's fun. Additionally, we have at Pepperidge and Campbell a strong safety culture. And so we want to have the most safe environment for any of the workers that we can possibly have. We do have some safety programs and guidelines that all of the workers comply with and follow. Some of those include wearing safety glasses and earplugs, which we provide as well. It's not very noisy out there, but we just do it precautionary. And the same with our safety glasses, just for precautionary, so that people can be safe at their time here.
No, I'm really glad you shared that, Cheryl. A lot of people, that are maybe new to manufacturing and production, and a lot of them are scared of the machines, and they think that, they've heard the horror stories that their grandpa told them, from some place out out east or west, and so a lot of people just don't know. They don't realize that all of the PPE that's in place to keep you safe really makes a difference, and you can feel comfortable in your work, and you still do everything you're trained to do to be safe, but you're working in an environment that's requires safety and gives you the training and the equipment to be safe, and that's important.
It's true. In fact, we like to kind of brag about ourselves. Out of all of the locations within the whole company, we have the best safety record. So we want to build on that. And when
Cheryl, I
come in, that's what we want to do.
I just got a comment from our recruiter in Logan. She writes, Pepperidge Farms is so good to their employees. When I was doing my walkthrough, this was just a week ago when Heidi was walking through the facility, David, who's David? Is he the plant manager?
David is the HR manager.
HR manager, knew almost all the people by name, and that is not something that is commonly seen within management nowadays. Pepperidge cares. That is incredible.
Thank you, Heidi. I appreciate that compliment. And we do try to do that. It makes a difference. We're part of a team, and everyone working together, they can work as a team and accomplish our goals at the same time. We have a few incentives to help make. As Heidi is aware, we just increased our entry-level pay rate. And so a person coming in brand new, coming in through Elwood, would start earning $12.75 an hour. Plus, if they worked every day that they were scheduled that week, at the end of the week, they would add 50 cents an hour more to the pay, which would take it up to $13.25. If they were scheduled on a weekend day, that would be a Saturday or a Sunday, we would add $1 to an hour to that pay rate as well. We would do that for the first 2 weeks. At that point, if the employee had shown us that they were good, hard workers, they were conscientious about quality and safety, could meet the packaging rate, boxing rate, those kinds of things, then we would move them up to $13.25, just standard.
Wow. You're speaking my love language, Cheryl.
Well, everybody likes a raise, and so at a month, then they could go up to $13.50.
Wow.
So we want to take care of our employees. We want to encourage them to be here, because that's what we need, is employees that can be here and understand that they will be working hard, but it'll be a good job. It'll be a safe environment, and they'll be making a product that everybody loves.
Well, let's end this panel on that note, to making a product that everybody loves, and working in an environment that's safe and has a culture of safety. And to think that an HR partner or manager knows just about everybody's name in the facility, that itself just speaks volume for the type of culture, Cheryl, that you guys have created and embraced there. We're so happy to be partnered with you in Richmond and Logan. And if any of this resonated with you, please reach out. Let's see if this is a match made in heaven, or a match made with goldfish. Yeah,
that works.
And let's get you out there, Cheryl. Thanks again. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day. And
folks in Cache Valley, get in touch with Heidi.
Woo! All right. Thanks, Cheryl.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Wow. All right. So for those of you in Cache Valley, you know where to go. Talk to Heidi, and let's get you out there. We are running a couple minutes late, but we'll make up the time. I am really excited about our next guest. We have an HR partner with a company that we just recently partnered with. The ink is still is wet with this client, and I got goosebumps on my back. I'm just so excited to get Spencer here onto the panel today. Spencer, he's our HR manager over at Richard Manufacturing in Ogden, Utah. Spencer, welcome.
Thanks, Stephen. Thanks for having me on here today. Really excited that we just, like you said, I don't even know if that ink's dry quite yet, but just make sure you can hear me just fine.
Yeah, well, you sound great, Richard. If you don't mind, introduce yourself, talk about Richard Manufacturing, and talk about the openings that you have and what you're looking for in a candidate. And let's take it from there.
Fantastic. Quick brief history about Richard Manufacturing. We've actually been in business 40 years now. It's actually started out as a small family operation, and they've grown and grown, and now we're looking to expand just a little bit further beyond that. A little bit about myself. I've been in human resources for about 5 years now. I actually worked as a recruiter, so I'm very familiar with Stephen's line of work. So
yes,
I'm very easy to work with for you recruiters out there who now have to work with me, as well as I'm very familiar with the different types of jobs and requirements that come with this position. So a little bit about the position we're actually looking for. We have two types of positions. They work more or less the same operations, but it's a difference of skill level. So we are actually looking for a electrical assembler. The job is actually building cable and wire harnesses for aircraft. So we are in the aerospace industry, and we build specifically the wires and cables that transfer information in fighter jets. So
whoa, I've seen these cables too. They're pretty awesome looking.
This is true. We have cables that are from 3 to 6 feet all the way to 24 feet.
Whew.
And we have to stretch them out on big long tables. It's a really technical and detailed job, but it's really kind of interesting and fun. A few key points about the job. We have a pay range that's pretty wide. So we start from no experience. You're just looking for that position where you can start and gain that experience at $13 an hour, up to 5 years, 10 years, and you go all the way up to 20 an hour.
Can I pause you there, Spencer? I want to highlight what you just mentioned. This is an aerospace manufacturing company, Richard Manufacturing. You can hire people with zero experience.
That is correct.
And they can work their way up, right? Yeah. Or I should say zero experience in electrical and mechanical assembly, right?
Correct. It's the reason why is just getting into the industry is so hard for most people. You have to have that, and we're a good place to start with you can get in, learn with us for several years, and really the reality is you're not considered a professional in this industry, even electrical assembly, after about 3 to 5 years. So wow. It is a lifelong career. People stay in this industry for decades, and you really build your career around this industry. So
that's incredible. And then you've got a wide net of those who are experienced, where you've got a lot, the pay goes way up from there. And, a lot of people, unfortunately, have, been affected by the layoffs. And how do I find out what's 27 friendly? That must be someone saying, I want to make 27 an hour. Woo! Me too. Just sign me up. But yeah, so, a lot of people, unfortunately, had lost their jobs with other companies, just because of this COVID pandemic and the economy just going to complete halt, especially in the commercial airline business, right? And so for those of you that may have, part of that unfortunate layoffs with other companies in Ogden that are in the same space, you definitely need to check out Richard Manufacturing, because they're in the government side of the aerospace industry, which it's only growing every year, right?
It's true. Well, specifically, we're not just government, but we're military. So we're
military. That's what I meant. Yes.
Yeah. So we're not experiencing any layoffs. We are hiring right now. We're not going down. We not only did survive any impacts from COVID-19, but we actually are doing just fine. Go America, right?
You're growing, yeah.
So we actually, on top of that, with the kind of the longevity, the tenure we have, every one of our supervisors and managers has been in the company 10 plus years. Knowledgeable individuals. They know what they're talking about, know what they're doing. And that's really a key point that we really have, is we keep people on for that long period of time. And, you know, sometimes our people leave us and they go on to bigger and greener pastures, but for a long time they stick it out with us, because we offer.
That's amazing.
We offer the competitive pay, as well as we do offer a substantial benefits package. So once somebody's hired on, we offer full benefits package, and we actually offer a very affordable medical insurance as well. So that's
I can do it. I can attest to this. I didn't believe Spencer, so he showed me. I mean, every single line item, and their medical, dental, vision, just absolutely incredible. We got a comment here. How do we find out what jobs are felon friendly? You know, if I could answer that question, Spencer, you know, we take every single individual, look at their history, their background, and we just you know, we dive into it. We talk about it, and just like any other job seeker, we're looking at your experience in the field that you want to get into. We look at the companies you want to be part of, and we'll make your case. Whether the company has said we don't take anybody with this background, or maybe we will, it doesn't matter. We will still make your case. And I can't tell you, I've had more times where I have a company that says we'll never take this type of background. You come to me with such a you know, passion and experience, and you have that drive that I go and make your case, and we get you on board. So to answer your question, jobs that are felon friendly, every company, we will make your case for you, and we'll fight for you. And so don't ever let that be a deterrent. We believe in second chances, and we'll find you a home. Spencer, I'm eating up some of your time here, but just 1 more minute if you want to just wrap things up, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, not a problem. So again, the job, really what we're looking for is someone who has experience in assembly. Electrical assembly is preferred, but assembly, working with hand tools, your experience working with wires, electricity occasionally, if you've got that kind of patience. The job is sitting down, working with small parts for long hours. So it does require that you have attention to detail and the patience to stay focused.
Yes.
Bring that, if you've got a passion about what you do and you care about the work, understand that what you do every day affects, how well our, men and women in uniform perform their duties, and the equipment that we send out can actually affect lives. So we hold ourselves to a very high standard, and we expect that same passion from anybody who wants to come work with us.
Absolutely. Well, Spencer, we can't thank you enough for joining our panel, and we are really excited to get you some people out there, and business is booming, and we want to make sure you get the people that you need. And so if any of this hit home for you today, for those of you that are watching, or someone that was recently affected by all of these layoffs that have the mechanical and electrical assembly experience and other relatable assembly experience, please let us know. Get in touch with us, get in touch with Spencer, and let's see if you're a good fit, and let's see where you fit on that range, and let's get you, let's have you join a company that's been around for 40 years that really grew during the pandemic and continues to grow. Let's get you out to Richard Manufacturing.
Appreciate it, Stephen.
Thanks, Spencer. Have a great day.
Hey, you too. Thank you.
All right. Wow. I didn't think we'd get Spencer on there, because I tell you, the ink was signed. The ink is still drying. And we are just really excited to be working with Richard Manufacturing, and just a fantastic company. All right, so we are going to jump right into it. Next on our list, we have Kroger, the dairy facility. Followed by that, we'll have, let's see, some jobs in Logan, and then we'll have Tracy from the bakery for Kroger. So, man, things are just getting started. Are we really like 2 hours into this? It doesn't feel like it. Eliza, she joined us for the first round and had she could not hear us at all, but she just ran with it and did phenomenal. So now you've got a headset. You can actually hear me and I can hear you.
Good.
Eliza, welcome to the panel. Introduce yourself, talk about the jobs and the pay, and let's just get into the details. Let's have some fun.
Awesome. So my name's Eliza. I am the HR training coordinator here at the Layton Dairy. So a little bit about the Layton Dairy. We're located just in Layton, right behind the Sam's Club on 500 Sugar Street. So it's very close commute if you're local to this area. We have lots of different shifts open for lots of different lifestyles. I started here at Kroger when I was a student because they had a good schedule for that.
Yes.
Yes. So they have some day shifts, swing shifts, graveyards, and we have 8-hour shifts or 10-hour shifts or 13-hour shifts. So we have lots of variety. Yeah. So it just kind of depends on what works best for you in your life. And so lots of different options with our shifts.
Yes. I think if I could pause you, Eliza,
Yeah.
the students, you came on as a student.
Yeah.
Why was the schedule so flexible or helpful for you as a student? Can you walk us through that a little bit? Because there's a lot of students that are watching that are trying to find a high-paying job that doesn't destroy their social life or their, school life.
Yes, I totally understand that. So the pay is what made me interested in Kroger to start out with. Back then it was like $14 when I started. Now we start at $15, which was awesome being a student.
Yeah.
Help pay all for those textbooks. And we also have tuition reimbursement here, which is another reason why I like to hear.
Shut the front door.
Yep. So
That's
you
a
do
big deal.
pay for it. Yeah, you pay for it up front, but then they'll reimburse you afterwards. And then I also enjoyed coming here as a student because I went to the swing shift. So I had all day to go to school, classes, and then at night I would go to work. And then the swing shift, if you do the 8-hour shifts, they get off at 10:30. So that's still a decent time to go home and get enough sleep before your class. So
you only need 4 hours of sleep.
I know, only like 3 hours. That's plenty, right?
That's awesome. All right. So the dairy, you've got openings on every shift right now. And the pays between through Elwood, it's between $13 and $13.50 an hour. Direct hire, you guys are paying what, $15 an hour? Is that what I heard?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. So if you've got the experience, you can do direct to hire. You don't. I mean, look, I want to be selfish here and say come through Elwood first, but that's not always the case. If you have the experience and you have the drive and you're a long-term fit, like you don't have to start with Elwood first. Go straight to Eliza, and she'll get you started. No problem whatsoever. I'll just cry in the corner, but that's okay.
Yeah, even if you don't have experience, when I applied here at Kroger, I didn't have any manufacturing experience at all. So
you just know how to talk. You're good with people.
I just weaseled my way in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So don't let it intimidate you at all if you don't have any experience. Just go ahead and go to jobs.kroger.com. Look for the Layton Dairy. Our location number is 753. So look for that location number if you're interested in applying directly.
I see Tracy in the lobby over here from the bakery. She's eyeballing you, Eliza, like I'm going to share my extension when I come up. Little competition. It's healthy, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
All right, Eliza. Anything else you want to share with the world here, the 40,000 viewers?
I want everyone to keep in mind that if you do choose to apply at jobs.kroger.com to get hired on, we do have some awesome benefits here at the Layton Dairy also. I did mention the tuition reimbursement. We also get 10% off of Kroger items at the store, so that's nice. And
that's
then
really nice.
Yeah,
that's a pay raise for many people.
I know, yeah, it's great savings. So, and then we'd have health insurance, vision and dental, gym reimbursements, and 401k, and that's just barely skimming the top of our benefits. So please feel free to give us a call too if you're just wanting to know more about it without applying yet. So yeah.
All right. Eliza, thanks again for joining us for the second time and having working audio. That is amazing. It's been great to chat with you.
Yes.
Kroger is a fantastic company. I didn't know about that 10% discount. That's huge.
Just kidding.
That would save me a lot of money, Eliza.
Yeah, and then you even get different Yeah, no, just kidding. No, but you also get different discounts on different items at Kroger. So that's just 10% off the food, but then you also, of course, it has to be the Kroger logo and brand. But you also get discounts off the clothing, their Dip brand clothing, and off of like home goods stuff. So it's lots of discounts.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All right. Well, if anybody watching this, or you know somebody that really fits this description that Eliza shared with us, or the schedule, or if you're a student, definitely check us out. Give us a call Eliza, and let's get you out there.
All right. Thanks, Stephen.
Thanks for joining. All right. Let's see here. We are going to bring on Atisha from the Logan or Brigham City branch and Heidi from the Logan branch. We're going to spend just a couple minutes talking about some of the openings between the two offices. And then from there, we're going to go right back to Kroger and bring on Elisa's counterpart, Tracy. And we're gonna talk about the openings there in the bakery, which they're doing a lot of cooking right now, making a lot of cookies and muffins and everything else. Tracy will tell me I got it all wrong, but let's start with you, Atisha. You are hard at work there. I see you just recruiting people, busy day. Talk to us about what's happening in Brigham City for those candidates that are looking for an opportunity in Brigham City, Promontory, Corinne, Tremonton.
Okay, so here at Brigham City, we do have a ton of different job opportunities available at places ranging from Autoliv, Lewis Cabinet, SunPro, Kenco, ranging from production to housekeeping to you name it, we pretty much have it. We have full-time and part-time positions available. At the Autoliv specifically, we have 24 openings on graveyard shifts. That is paying $17.28 right now. That is a wonderful company to work for.
Remarkable.
Right? And it's Sunday through Thursday at night, starting at 9:45 p.m. and going until 6 a.m. with overtime as need be on the Friday nights, with really great benefits once you get hired on at Autoliv, ranging from great employee perks like ice cream days. I know I said that last time, but they have wonderful perks, and they include all of Elwood Staffing Associates in those perks as well. So with that being said, Autoliv is a wonderful place to work for.
Absolutely.
And we also have the Promontory Autoliv. They are 12-hour shifts. They're paying at, if I can remember correctly, $17.58 an hour for the Beta, Charlie, and Delta shifts. So yes, I have both. What? It's 1736. I lied.
You have been corrected.
I have been corrected. I'm sorry, guys. I misinformed you. I misplaced my paper. And then we also have Kenco forklift. We have day shift Kenco forklift. They are 12-hour shifts as well. But they have great perks. They work inside of the Procter & Gamble facility, and they're paying right now $14.25 per hour for day shift. And they are looking to bring on 4 people immediately. So, and we're starting people on Friday for their training classes, and these are going really quick, guys.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, thanks, Atisha. So as you can see, some great positions, great pay out in Brigham City, all the way up to Promontory. Atisha, the other day I had somebody called me and said, that gal, Atisha, she is the nicest person I have ever met in my life. I seriously have never met someone that's so nice. Gave her the biggest compliment, Atisha. So, and I concur. Atisha is so nice, one of the nicest people ever. So make sure you ask for Atisha when you call the Brigham City branch, and let's get you on your next career move. Atisha, I'm going to leave you here, but we'll jump over to Heidi over in the Logan branch. Heidi, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. And we actually, just because, we've mentioned auto leave, we actually have so many people here in Logan that because auto leave is such an amazing place to work for and the pay is so great that we have many people even over here in Logan that are willing to travel over to Brigham because it's honestly not that bad of a travel. I live 35 minutes away myself, just from Logan. And it really, honestly, with a good audiobook, it's not bad at all. It's probably my favorite part of the day.
That's awesome. Okay, so Heidi, what are some? We just heard from Campbell's from Cheryl, which was just so fun. What are some other positions that you have available there in Logan?
So I had the opportunity about a week ago to go through a walkthrough over there to see the kind of line work that they're doing. And we have a couple of production positions open over there right now, where you will be working on the line and putting either cookies or crackers into different containers and cups to get them ready for packaging and shipping. And currently that is just kind of on a week-to-week basis, depending on what the needs of the company are right now. But because they have so many needs, chances are good that they'll keep you busy for a while. So we've got a couple of different positions over there in the production line. Hopefully we'll be swinging into some swing and grave shifts here soon. But right now we have the day shift, which is 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that currently is starting out at $12.75 an hour. But if you stay for the full 5 days of work, then they'll bump you up to the $13.25 an hour to kind of incentivize people to stay a bit longer.
Yes. All right.
We've got some amazing full-time if you're looking for something a little bit more permanent and steady work. We do have that over in Lewiston, which is just a little bit to the north. It's only about 15 minutes north of Logan. And we've got amazing production positions there. That company is amazing to work for. I actually have loved working with them so much that I placed my husband over there. Because we thought it was such a great company.
You loved your husband so much, you sent him over there, huh?
I did. Yeah, it actually is a great position. He's got his best friend working there as well. So, I wouldn't say it was a great position if and I'm so confident in the position that I sent my husband over there. If that tells you how amazing.
Or was that punishment? Tell us the truth, Heidi.
No, it honestly was a good job. He had a really great job before, and it was a pretty hard layoff for him. So we wanted to get him back into a position that he'd love. And every person that we've sent over there, it really is a great company to work for.
Awesome. Well, Heidi, thank you. And if there's a job that you want that you don't see at elwoodjobs.com in Logan, Cache Valley, Brigham City, for anywhere to, really call us. We'll take your resume and we will be your headhunter for the job that you want. Heidi's got a stack of resumes on her desk that she's doing some headhunting for, right?
Dude, you want to see it? It's actually grown since the last time that.
Oh no.
So this is my stack of resumes.
Whoa, that looks like a bill straight out of Congress.
eventually. We've probably added since the last time. I think we started with about 80 resumes, and I think we've added at least another 80, if not more. I've got tons of people that are filtering in that we are just trying to get through and get them into a perfect position for them. So
wonderful. So Heidi's going to help you make that match made in heaven, right?
That's what I do.
Woo. Okay. Well, thank you, both of you. Atisha from the Brigham City branch. Heidi, thank you, from Logan. We are coming up. We're back on track. Woo. I thought I was gonna get a little too far behind here. A few minutes ago we had Eliza. I got her name wrong a minute ago. Eliza from the Kroger, the dairy department, the dairy facility. Had a lot of fun. That was her second time going live with us. And now we have the distinct pleasure to bring on Tracy from the bakery. And I shouldn't say this, but it was so fun trying to convince her to come on live. She was like, I think the last thing she shared with me is, well, what if I don't have Facebook? And I'm like, hey, guess what? It's a streaming software. You don't need a Facebook profile. And I think she probably put her head down like this, and then I heard a sigh, and then she said, okay. So Tracy, we are excited to get you on here.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
So introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you, how long you've been with Kroger, and let's talk about jobs.
All right. So, yep, I am Tracy. I am the production ASP over here at the bakery. I personally have been here just over 14 years. So,
wow.
I've been here for a minute. I started out on the production floor. So, it's been a fun ride. I've enjoyed it. But we are desperate for people, just like everybody else.
Yes.
We make baked goods. Everybody loves donuts and cakes and muffins and breads, especially right now. So we're in high demand.
You make donuts.
We do make donuts. Yes.
You're killing me.
Donuts. So we do iced cupcakes. We do sheet cakes, muffins, brownies, all sorts of stuff.
Do you make the pumpkin cookies at Smith's?
The soft top cookies?
Yeah.
Like the thick ones? Yes, we do make those.
Oh, well, those are my favorite. I can eat those every day for the rest of my life.
They are delicious, yes. So job wise, we use a ton of temps here, probably more temps than a lot of the other Kroger facilities, I feel like. On average on a shift, we probably have between about 30 and 40 temps that work for us. So
wow.
We are always in constant need of temps.
That's incredible.
Yes. So we are always looking for people.
What I really like, Tracy, out there in the bakery is because you've got a full team of associates from, a variety of agencies. They're all coming in with their own unique skill sets, and you've got leads out there that have been, part of an agency, and they're taking them under their wing and showing them the ropes and really setting them up for success. And so you guys have a great culture out there of just bringing everyone together and training them and getting them up to speed so they can just thrive in that environment.
Yes, definitely. We try to focus a lot on training and getting people trained. And we know the kind of work that we do here, it's not for everybody. It is a job it's a high labor, fast paced. We work 12-hour shifts. So it's a constant go, go, go. But I feel like that kind of helps make the day go by faster as well.
Well, not only that, you mentioned the 12-hour shifts. I think one of the best parts of getting a job in the bakery is you can pick the days you want to work. And
yes.
I mean, that is huge. There's very few companies out there that have that.
So as a temp, you can work 1 day a week, you can work 6 days a week at 12-hour shifts. It's kind of up to you what you prefer. We just, like I said, we use a lot of people. So we kind of like having that as an option that you can kind of customize it to yourself. If you only want to work one day, if you only want to work just the weekends, or what works best for you, we're just happy to have you here and have you help us out.
I love that. That's just huge. There's so many people out there that, you know, especially parents, where they don't know how to have a full-time job and have this crazy school schedule for their kids and all of these quarantines going on, and then you have students that, you know, they maybe can't commit to working every single day on a grave shift, so they want to work 2 or 3 days a week and get as many hours as possible. There's just not a lot of options out there, and you guys have made it easy. You literally can pick the days that you want to work and go work them.
Exactly.
And get paid well for it.
Yes. Yep. So our temps do start out at $13.50 an hour, and then if you get hired on with us, we start out at $15 an hour. And then once you get hired on with us, we do have, it's called a tech level system. So the more that you learn and the more you move through the system, the more opportunities you have to make more money. So you can definitely move up from there.
That's awesome. All right. So $13.50 an hour. You can pick your shift, whether it's the day shift or the overnight shift.
Yep.
Are there any other shifts?
Run from 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and then 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. And we do run 24/7 nonstop.
That's incredible.
Every day of the week we're here.
Tracy, anything else you want to share?
Not that I can really think of. I said we
You'll
use a
see
lot of
Tracy
people. And,
every day you walk into the building. She's right there waiting to greet you.
yeah, I'm here Monday through Friday, so I feel like I'm always here.
Hey, you know what? I have the same feeling about my job. It's you and I just chose to work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's just it. That's
right?
Why.
Yep, I might as well be here all the time.
Yeah, we picked our own shift. We just picked 7 days.
Right.
Well, Tracy, I can't thank you enough for coming on and sharing the openings that you have at the bakery, the culture, the pay, the flexibility, super flexible schedules. So if any of this resonated for you, if you're out there listening, or if you have a family member or a friend, you know this would be a good place to be. Please share this out. Before we let you go, we got a comment. Any dress code restrictions? Does the way you choose your schedule change once hired? That's a great question.
So dress code wise, we actually provide a uniform for all of the employees to wear. It's a blue shirt and blue pants. So whether you're temp or hired on, we supply that for you. So that way you don't have to worry about ruining your own clothes, sitting out in a bunch of flour, cookie dough, or anything like that. So we help supply all that for you. If you get hired on, we do a 12-hour rotating schedule. So 1 week you would work Sunday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then that next week you would work Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. So every other weekend you would get a 3-day weekend.
Nice. Okay. And some people they like just the 2 days a week, and you don't have to get directly hired on. You could do the temporary 2 days a week as long as you want it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for that question.
That restriction of how long a temp can work with us. We've had some temps that are working with us that have been with us for several years. So awesome. We like to keep them here and keep them happy.
Yes. And you guys do a great job doing that. Okay, Tracy, thank you again. Absolute pleasure. Check out Kroger, check out the bakery, pick your own shift, and don't eat the donuts on the line. You'll get in trouble.
That's right. All
right.
Guys, have a good day.
Thank you. You too. All right. This is fun. I am just having a blast. I hope you guys are having fun here. We are 2 hours into this. We've got 1 hour left. We still are going to jump into our clerical administrative positions. That's going to be next. Then we're going to talk about Althea and a couple other companies, high-paying positions. Then we're going to jump into some openings that we have with Lifetime and Matco and others. Then we're going to get our on-site managers to spend a few minutes talking about best practices, tips to get hired on quickly, to integrate well. And then we'll jump into some clerical positions with a contact center in Logan. We'll talk about some internal openings, and then we'll bring as many of our panelists back to share some last minute thoughts. So without further ado, we are going to welcome our clerical recruiter extraordinaire, Megan.
Hi.
Hi, Megan. Welcome.
Hello.
Megan's a returning guest. She was probably the most favorite from the last one. She got like 1,000 likes.
Thank you.
Crazy.
I don't know.
So earlier we shared some positions we have at Skill Staff, some construction positions, some mechanical positions. Then we shared our Elwood Pro division with engineers and HR managers. And then now we're going to talk about some clerical positions. So Megan, let's go.
Okay, so with clerical positions, right now I'm mainly hiring for one specific client, and just basics with clerical. Easiest thing to do is send your resume over or create an application with us in the system, and then we can follow up from there. Make sure your resume is up to date. It can be a little hard to get it over to a client when we're trying to update it while I have you on the phone. So if you can give me the most up-to-date resume, I'm really looking for great customer service skills, and really that can be anything. I think sometimes people think that means they have to have like specific receptionist skills or admin, but I mean, if you've worked in the food industry, you've worked customer service. If you've had to deal anywhere with customers, you've done customer service. So, and that's hard. I commend anyone who can do that right now because so I'm really looking for people who have that personality, who are willing to jump in and join a team. The positions I'm looking for at the moment is working with a local financial institution. They're a pretty big institution here in the Ogden, Utah area, I should say. They have great family values. They're very much family based. They really want you to feel welcome. They understand things happen in life that you can't control. So they really want to work with you to make sure that you feel comfortable while you're at work. With that, like I said, customer service is what they're really looking for. They want to make sure that you understand how to help people out and how to work as a team. It's a big thing I look for, especially when we do phone interviews. It's usually how I get in contact with you first is over the phone. It's nice to see how you are on the phone, especially because sometimes you are working back end at a financial institution where you're helping with mortgages, VIN numbers, assisting customers when they're not sure what happened with their loan, things like that. So I want to make sure that you have that great phone presence. You're able to talk to someone and be able to make them feel comfortable, just because sometimes it can be confusing. I've called banks before and I get so confused. So I love when it's someone who's so nice and is willing to explain everything to me and is able to take those steps, because I personally do not understand. So if you are someone who's comfortable on a phone, I have positions for that. If you're someone who prefers more back-end data entry, someone who's helping track information, gather information, verify records, I have positions like that as well. I also have part-time, which is a cool thing to have, especially with a lot of parents I know are having to work from home sometimes, or they're not able to go because their kids have a schedule that doesn't fit. Yeah. So I do have part-time available. If you're looking for something where you're able to be home with your kids at night, part-time is great for that. You're able to get off usually around the time they would get out of school. So you're able to go get them, go home, you're done for the day. They're working usually anywhere from 20 to 30 hours a week for that part-time work. Right now, I have pay ranging anywhere from $11 to $12.50 an hour, possibly a little more depending on your experience. I'm willing to see if I can help you out. But yeah, easiest way, get in touch with me. Let me know what's going on.
Yes, absolutely. Megan, she really looks for those good customer service skills, good people skills. So
yes, definitely.
If you're one of those people that, you just handle difficult conversations well,
yes.
you're cool under, some of the craziest circumstances. You're going to do really well, and Megan will be able to point that out really quickly.
Yes.
And so and in addition to the positions that Megan's recruiting for, we always get new clerical and administrative positions that come up. So if we don't have something that's a good fit for you right now, don't let that deter you. Send your resume to Megan, and she'll make sure that as soon as something comes up, you'll be the first person we call. And we also can, sometimes we'll send somebody that doesn't have an opening, but we know you're just going to be such a great fit for that role that we send your resume anyways, and we make your case. And we've had so many times that a company is like, yeah, I'll take them. Yeah, great.
Yeah, they don't realize it, but they need the help, so they'll take it once they realize how great I say you are. So it's worth it.
So we got a couple of minutes here, Megan, and you also recruit for ES Quality, and I see that our ES Quality management team is still in the lobby, just watching, having fun. So I want to add them real quick. They don't know I'm doing it. Hey, Annette and Felicia, we had them kick the event off, talk about ES Quality. Megan, what do you look for in a candidate for ES Quality?
ES Quality, I look for someone who has that attention to detail. I really try to let them know that it's not a position where they're going to be like hanging out and talking all the time. It's someone who's able to be self-directed as well when they understand in an area, and they're able to kind of just do their thing and be able to do their work. And a lot of people find that appealing because some people just aren't people who want to talk the whole time when they're at work. So it's nice when people are like, yeah, I love that. I just want to do my work and have people leave me alone. I'm like, cool, let's go for it. So I really look for people who can be self-directed, but I also understand, obviously not everyone's like that, but
yeah,
it's good if you're able to work on your own and get a good groove going. It's a great way to get into this position just because you're able to do that. You're able to, once you're trained, you're able to pop in your headphone, listen to a book while you're doing your work and get things done. It's nice that you have that opportunity to, I guess, do something you love also while inspecting product, which is a great thing to do.
That's a great thing to do. Anything you want to add to that, Annette or Felicia, before we, kick you out?
Oh, sad.
I didn't mean that in a mean way. I meant give you the boot back into the lobby.
No, don't boot us. So what we thought about after we talked earlier was that as much as we hate to lose people, like we are a good stepping stone to moving on to auto leave. I cannot tell you how many associates that are out there on the floor started here with us just to kind of get their feet wet and see if production is really even something that they want to do. And so, yeah, there's that.
I love that. No, that's a great point. I'm glad you mentioned that, Annette. And that's it's true. If you unsure about wanting to get your start at auto leave, you can start with ES Quality, get to know the product and the processes and the culture, and then and maybe you find your niche there and you love it. Most people do. But you might find, I want to go out on the production line. I like what I see, and I want to give it a try. So you can get your experience through ES Quality and then jump right into auto leave.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Annette and Felicia. I'm going to boot you back into the lobby. I'm sorry. But thanks for being a good sport. All right, Megan. So we have clerical and administrative jobs, and we hire for those positions. We recruit for those positions on a regular basis. So if light industrial isn't your thing, if construction isn't your thing, if the professional side isn't your thing, but you got a lot of experience in contact centers and receptionist and customer service and even fast food, we've got some jobs for you.
Yes, definitely.
All right. And if I could add a tip, if you don't have a updated resume, or maybe you don't have a resume at all because it's intimidating to write, don't let that be a detractor. There's so many free resume builders online. If you just add all of your job history in our system, and if you're very detailed, we can actually generate a resume for you.
We can
do that all the time. Yeah. But if you want to set yourself above the rest, if you want to be at the top of the candidate pool, definitely update your resume or get a resume written for you, so we we can use that to sell you, to get you out to a good company.
Yes, definitely. Double check your contact information as well. I know it's easy to forget when you think, oh yeah, my phone number's on there. Sometimes it's not, and it's really hard to get a hold of people. So make sure your contact information is correct as well when you update, because it's an easy thing to forget. I've done it before.
All right, Megan, is Eric there next to you?
He almost is just,
I'm gonna change your screen name here as soon as he comes up. So we have Eric that's going to join us any second now, and he's going to talk about some of the positions we have out at Althea and maybe any other openings that he wants to share. So Megan, how do people get a hold of you?
You can call my office. I work at the Ogden office. It's confusing. We have an Ogden North and an Ogden office, but I'm out of the Ogden office. So you can give us a call. Our phone number is just right here on the wall. This is difficult to do with a camera right here. You can call us at that phone number, or you can email me, and it's just my name that you can see right here. It's megan.hardy@elwoodstaffing.com. If you just want to let me know, like, hey, I'm interested. An easy way also is to go to elwoodstaffing.com, and you can pull up our jobs and what we have available. And there will be one, I think I have one out right now that's mortgage loan servicing or mortgage production associate. And you can even apply off of that, and I'll get your resume and I'll give you a call from there. It's just whatever you prefer. If you want to give me a call first, great. If you would prefer for me to call you, I can do that as well. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to kick you off the screen as you switch with Eric there, and we'll bring Eric back.
Sounds good.
Thanks again, Megan. All right. Wow. We are 2 hours, 10 minutes in, just having some fun, just getting things started. Megan just shared some of the clerical positions that we recruit for. There's so many people that are looking for a clerical administrative role, and there's not a lot of jobs out there. And so let's partner together, bring your resume in, email it to us, and let's get you into a role in a company that you'll really enjoy working at. Now, I want to turn the time over to Eric Johnson, the branch manager of the Ogden 30th branch, and have him share some of the openings he has with Althea. Althea is paying some incredible wages. They just increased them twice, I believe, in the last 4 months. And they had a new management team that came in and mixed things up. And there's been a lot of positive change, a lot of forward momentum, and business is booming for them. And they are looking for hardworking individuals that want to work the long hours, want to work the overtime, and be compensated for it. And so I'm going to turn the time over to Mr. Johnson. Eric, welcome. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing, Steve?
Good. So Megan just shared some of the clerical positions there in the Ogden branch, and that's kind of a widespread. I mean, we recruit across the region for clerical, right. And we wanted to get Althea on here, but we couldn't get them to make it. So what better person to represent Althea than the branch manager that's serviced them for many, many years?
Yeah, always happy to talk about our friends over at Althea. So, yeah, I heard you before I came on mentioning some of the things with the pay. Pay isn't the only thing in life, but it definitely makes a difference. So we have had a couple changes here this summer, since the beginning of the summer, regarding pay. Their day shifts used to pay $13 or $14 an hour, depending on what you were doing, with a $1 swing shift or $1 night differential. And then during the summer, they bumped that up. So the day shifts pay $14 or $15. So again, depending what department you're in. And now it's a $2 shift differential. So 14 to 15 on days, 16 to 17 on nights to start.
Wow.
There, you train on a more specialized job. You move into a more specialized area. Pay increases can happen from there. Not everybody is, at the same pay rate they started at. They went into a general machine operator position or a general laborer position. Show interest in other areas, train on other things. And like I said, a lot of people have had the chance to move into more specialized things and have their pay increased in addition to having their skills and what they can contribute to Althea increase as well. So exciting stuff.
Yes, very exciting. It goes back to Alfie, really making a big change at a local level with their management team, with their wages. They mean business. They also want to be a market leader for jobs and helping people grow their career. And they're putting their money where their mouth is. I mean, $17 an hour is phenomenal, and it's hard work. But there's a lot of people that like to work hard, right? And people want the hours, the overtime, even the double time. And this is a place where you can get that. I remember talking to an individual who wants to come on board, who worked out there years ago, and he was making $11 an hour and worked the overtime and the double time, and really was just loved the income he was making, and that they allowed him to work so many hours, and to think that he can now work the same amount of hours with a $17 an hour base is just mind blowing. Yeah. We're talking oil field type of pay, right? It's incredible. And so if you're somebody that, can work the long hours and work 6-7 days a week, work 2 weeks straight if you want to, like you can do that here. I know they're taking a day off every week, but the overtime is pretty much uncapped. And so
right now they're doing 12-hour shifts everywhere. Again, another change. They had some departments that were doing 8s, some departments that were doing 12s at the beginning of the summer, but they've recently shifted that to everybody's doing 12s. And eventually they're trying to get those 12 hours set up so they you're doing a couple days on, a couple days off, like a rotating schedule. And then there's somebody working in the same area on the opposite shift as you. So whenever you're not working, they're working, or vice versa. But there'll still be, even with that, opportunities for overtime. If I have a day that I'm scheduled off, then you'd be given the first chance to kind of cover my shift. That's normally your off day. Hey, do you want to pick up Eric's hours? But they've been working most weeks up to 6 days a week. They've been trying to be off on Sundays unless it's absolutely necessary, or if it's maybe just one small department that needs to play some catch up, they'll offer just Sundays to people, trying to keep it to people that want those hours, like you mentioned. Some people want to work as many hours as they can, but up to 6 days a week, up to 12-hour shifts has been what's going on right now. But again, when you're talking, you mentioned $14, $15, $16, $17 an hour, and then getting into overtime, you can. Your 12-hour shifts, you can be in overtime.
That's 72 hours in a week you can work.
That can be
crazy.
We've had some people do 80 hours a week when they've had the chance to do 7/12s in some situations. So but you're in overtime if you're working 12-hour shifts. So everything you work, back half of Thursday on is just you're living in time and a half, and you're making $16, $17 an hour. That's $23, $24, $25 an hour at that overtime rate. So really adds up.
Sign me up, Eric. I worked 7/12s. I want some overtime.
What else you got to do these days? Like go to the store and catch COVID, or go make a bunch of money at work, So
okay. I know you're a little satire there, but there's some truth there. I mean, really, the companies we work with have so many safety measures put in place to keep COVID out of the workplace. And I tell you, I'd rather spend 12 hours in these facilities than even 5 minutes in
the public.
Yeah. So,
I'm sure a lot of people have been talking about it. They're requiring everybody to wear masks. They're doing temperature checks, as people come in the facility. A lot of the same things that I'm sure some of our other partners have talked about earlier today. Like you mentioned, the work can be physical. It is not glamorous. I mean, we all have pets. When you feed your pets, you don't think, wow, maybe I should swap what's on the table with what I'm putting in their bowl from the can. A lot of pet ownership's gone up here during COVID, so they're, like you mentioned, busier than ever. They basically can't make enough product to get out the door. So that's where these hours and opportunities are from. And so again, this is going to be stable employment, growth opportunity, potential for temp to hire. And like I said, and the ability to make a lot of money in the short term, and then have a great company to work for in the long term. So,
yeah. Eric, if someone is interested, if this is really whetting their appetite, what do they need to do to get in touch with you, to apply, to start working out at Althea?
Yeah, so you can see the numbers right behind me. That's not by accident. Our number here, I'm at the office at 3025 Washington Boulevard.
This was your bedroom.
Yeah. 621-2770 is our number. Again, all of our offices work together. So if you live in Layton and it's easier to go to that office, or you've talked to that office before, you can still do the necessary paperwork and talk to a recruiter about these opportunities there. Like I said, the shift started either 5 or 7, depending on which part of the plant you're in. People that are involved in processing, the actual making of the product, those things are 5 a.m. or 5 starts. And then the packaging, the backside of things, packaging, labeling, shrink wrapping, getting stuff on trucks, that's 7 to 7. So they kind of stagger those start times. But again, both areas have needs. If you've applied, call us. If you haven't applied, apply and then give us a call or shoot us an email. You can always text us as well at those same phone numbers. Our office is open until 5, but we have a I don't know if you've ever mentioned this during the call. We have a after-hour recruiter who's watching for even applications after hours.
Yes.
Talking to people in real time up until as late as 8 o'clock at night. So, we're here to try to help you find if Althea is the right job. We'd love to have you work out there. If we talk and we realize it's somewhere else, like I said, we're happy to just get you through the door, get you into our system, talk to you about your experience, and figure out the best direction to move forward.
Awesome. Okay, Eric. Well, thank you. Really appreciate your time today and sharing the openings we have with Althea. Great company, staple of the community, and they are putting their money where their mouth is, and they've really brought their wages up to be very competitive. So if you're looking for that high-paying position, physically demanding position, and all the extra overtime, you need to connect with Eric and his team, and let's get you out to Althea.
100%.
All right.
Thanks, Stephen.
With that, we're going to jump over to another branch manager, Andrew Larson, branch manager of the Layton, Utah branch. Eric, I know we just lost you, but I just got a message saying Eric did a great job. So you got a fan base out there, Eric. Watch out. Andrew, welcome to the panel. So glad to have you here. Earlier today, we had two people from Kroger in Layton talk about their openings. And Andrew here recruits, and his team recruits and place people out at Kroger. But he's got some other great companies there in Layton that they're recruiting for. And so I wanted to bring Andrew on the panel and have him share some of those other openings and the pay rates and how to apply and what he's looking for in a candidate. We're gonna get into the details. So Andrew, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm just sitting here thinking like we really got to get some better bedroom decor for Eric if that's what he's putting on his walls there. We got to really work on that for him so we can all.
We need
donate.
some decor on your wall there, Andrew.
I know. I was just sitting here thinking. I'm like, wow.
Why don't you have a nice banner right here that says "Virtual Job Party"? I
was thinking about that, but I left mine home. It's in my
I made this
bedroom.
by hand. I sewed it and everything.
No, outside of the great opportunities that we have at both the bakery as well as the dairy, we've got also other ones, and I know Stephen mentioned them earlier. One of the biggest opportunities we have right now is with Lifetime Products. So they've got multiple opportunities on all shifts, starting with their metals department, which is they have opportunities on their day shift. Their day shift is from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Swing shift is from 2:30 to 11, and then the grave shift starts out at 10:30 p.m. So the fantastic thing about these guys, they've also bumped up that hourly pay. Day shift is starting out at $14 an hour. Swing shift is $15, and that grave shift is $15.50. So I mean, it's awesome. An exciting time to get out there. Plus, even better, they have right now they're offering overtime. Almost every single person going out there is getting overtime. And the nice thing about Lifetime, they're not going anywhere. If you're not familiar with this company right now, you've got anywhere from kayaks to the playground equipment to coolers, you name it, these guys make it, and the demand is high. So that's one that it's a great company to be a part of, and they're looking to hire you on at 60 to 90 days. So that's
awesome. That's a quick, conversion period, and gives people gives people the confidence, to work through that and to get hired on and to get the benefits from Lifetime. And this is their busy season right now, very busy, and they're looking for talented individuals, hardworking individuals that really want to come in and make an immediate impact. And from our years of working with Lifetime, we've been able to experience people working themselves through the ranks into these supervisory roles and shift leaders. So if you're somebody that I've always said this: if you have two of these traits, you're going to get promoted really quick. One is you've got to master your craft, right? So whatever department you're in, whatever function that looks like, if you master your craft, you're going to be already one step ahead of everybody else that you work side by side with, just by mastering your craft. But the second thing, this is a game changer. If you're good with people, if you can keep your temper under control, if you can remain professional, if you can speak well, go take a Toastmasters class in the evenings, or do some online communication classes. And those are, half of them are free. You can find so many trainings for free on that. But if you can speak well, and you master your craft, you're naturally going to be put into a supervisory role, because companies want people that know the operations and are good with people, so they can then train others in those operations and hold them accountable in a professional way, right? And coach people up rather than discipline people. And so if you're somebody that, you come into a company, just say like Lifetime, and you master your craft, and then you show that you have great people skills, you're a good candidate to be selected, right? You're in a place where you can really move up, and Lifetime's a company that really embraces that. And we've seen a lot of people go that route. Okay, Andrew, you've got some other openings as well.
Yes, we do. So we actually have another client that we work with right now is Matco Tools. If you're familiar with Matco, you do any handiwork around the house, Matco is one of the biggest suppliers of just general tools all throughout the Western United States. So they have a distribution center here to where the shift that they have that they're working right now starts at 7 a.m. and goes to, right now they're picking up overtime, as a lot are, so great opportunity to pick up some extra cash there. So normal shift goes to 3:30, but they're working until 5:30. So most folks are getting about 50 hours a week, picking up that overtime, and they are at $13.50 an hour. So fantastic opportunity. It's what you're doing is going through and you're picking the client orders. So you have a handheld device, you're going through, the order is listed there. You go through, pick it, get it ready for shipping, get it sent out. So fantastic opportunity, good folks to work with. And as a lot of our other clients, they are looking to hire you on from day one. So
that's great. Absolutely. All right, Andrew. Well, thank you for spending a few minutes with the panel. If any of these positions sound like a good position for you or somebody send them over to Andrew. Get in touch with Andrew and his team in the Layton office. They'll get you matched up with the right company and the right position, and get you to work.
Thanks so much. Like I say, a lot of great opportunities here. So we'll look forward to seeing everyone come in.
All right, Andrew, before I let you go, and before I bring on our next guest, who I'm very excited about, supervisor from Advanced Call Center Technology in Logan, Katie Wellington, we have 150 shares, 400 views that are ongoing, 30 likes, 5 comments, and someone has already reached out to the Logan branch for a job from the Facebook Live. Hey, that's one down, 99 to go. And another person is interested. Oh, so 2 people. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly why we have this event today. Is we want to match you, the job seeker, with the best company, the best job that fits your individual needs and circumstance. We want to help you with that. We've got the openings to make the right fit. And so, as you can see from this cast of panels that or panelists that we've had, a variety of different companies, different cultures, and different positions. And I hope you'll appreciate the diversity there. And that's just 10% of today what we're showing. That's just 10% of what we have available to you as a job seeker. So there's a lot of options right now. This is a job seeker market. So if you want to make a difference, if you want to grow your career, if you want to make that career move, now's the time to do it. And Elwood, we can help with that. We can help facilitate that and get you over to your next career move. And people like Andrew, our branch manager in Layton, are going to facilitate that whole process.
Do everything we can to help you. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Andrew. Wow. We are just 30 minutes left of this event. I don't think it should end. Let's just keep going all day, right? Let's just invite the other 90% of our HR partners. I'm going to add Heidi, who's our staffing recruiter in Logan. And then I am going to put our next panelist up, Katie Wellington. Katie, welcome. I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, perfect. Crystal clear.
Awesome.
I want to welcome you, Katie, to the panel. What we like so much about having you represent ACT from Logan, I love that we have a supervisor from Logan, is we want to show the variety of options that people have when looking for a job, that you're not just stuck in one sector. There's so many options to you, and you can pick whatever is the best fit for you. And so we appreciate you coming on, Katie. If you want to introduce yourself, and then how long you've been with ACT, what's your role, and then let's jump into some of your top 3 openings and how people can apply, and maybe what you're looking for in a candidate.
Absolutely. So I have been with ACT for 3 years. I actually started out as an agent for one of our projects here. I have never worked at a call center before. So anybody that's kind of apprehensive about that, I was a stay-at-home mom for about 5 years. And then before that, I worked at a medical center for quite a while. So I was very apprehensive. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like doing a call center job. I don't know if this is for me. But I dove in head first. I was like, let's try it out. I really enjoyed the project I was on. I enjoyed my supervisors. I really enjoyed all of the management team here, including the agents I worked with and have met lifelong friends here. I went from being an agent to a trainer about 1.5 years after being here. It was closer to 1 year. And I was a trainer for 1 year, and I trained 3 projects here. And then I went from trainer to supervisor just a few months ago.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably have said exactly what you said coming into ACT. Like, I never worked for a contact center, never thought about, working for a call center. And what would you tell people that, were in your same shoes? What kind of advice would you give them to go for it, to jump in and see what it's like?
Mm-hmm. So yes, I know there's a lot of things around call center. I know there's a lot of stereotypes. We are financial. We don't do any type of surveys. We're not going to be calling people. It's all inbound. It's all financial. I have learned so much as far as financial, loans and how they work. And I feel like so much smarter when it comes to loans. I mean, I've learned a lot just working here on top of, doing a job and making money. So it is all financial. You're not going to be doing surveys. It's it's all inbound. We offer a lot of different types of projects within the company. We do online banking is one of them. I can't obviously go out there and say what clients we have here, but we do online banking. We have fraud department. I particularly work for a collections department. Collection sounds bad, but it's all inbound once again. There's personal loans. There's some credit bureau departments. Really just all financial, all educational for yourself and you're working. And it's a great environment to work in as well.
Katie, you mentioned you learned a lot of, financial skills, financial literacy, and in your role, maybe something you weren't expecting to learn. And that's one of the things that I think people, coming into ACT, if they don't stay there for a long-term career, it really becomes a springboard for them to, a new skill set that they've learned and developed right there at ACT, financial literacy that they can take with them for the rest of their life. And I think you could translate that into two areas of financial literacy. One is obviously for your career, like in banking, right? In loans, different things like that. And, but also probably on a personal level, you learn a little bit more about yourself and your relationship with money and finances. And you probably, coming out of the position or even living the position, you learn to have a better relationship with money and your finances. And that is probably something that a lot of people do not realize coming into the role, right?
Yeah, absolutely. My particular department, we do student loans. So what I've learned about student loans, I've never had them, but man, I know everything I know now for my kids when they get older. But really, like I've trained other projects, not just geared at student loans. And it really is like a learning opportunity. And, if you are going into the financial or business world, this is a great start for a career and looks good on a resume if you're going to school for that kind of a career.
Yes. All right, Katie, and we'll bring Heidi in on this as well. What's your ideal candidate look like? Is it somebody going to school? Is it a parent? Is it, or a variety, or both? What's the schedule ideal for people that are interested?
On my side, I would just say anyone. We are all about any the single mom. Like, I was a mom, single mom when I started working here because I stopped being a stay-at-home mom. To the student, we are really good with working around schedules if we need to. We have all sorts of clients and departments that we can work with you on your schedule and get you the right fit for you. But really, anyone can do this. I mean, you do have to have the skill set. You have to be able to multitask. You really need to have communication skills, obviously, because you're going to be talking on the phone. You have a set of soft skills. But really, we have a great training department. We're really attentive. The supervisors are always willing to help you progress in your goal and your career here, meet your goals. And obviously, opportunity for advancement is very big within the company.
Katie, you're so popular. Sorry, I interrupt you. You're so popular. We're getting comments from people from India. So you're really casting a wide net there.
Thank you.
Well, welcome, Barash. I am terrible with names. I'm sorry, but thanks for joining our Facebook Live. All right, Heidi, you want to add to that?
I just was saying, like, when you said you had a lot of advancement opportunities, I actually had a little brother that worked over there for a little while, and he was amazed that after just 3 months, he was put into a training position. So, which is a really amazing opportunity that ACT, I found out, is that they really are, or I should say you guys, sorry, I'm talking like you're not there, but they really are amazing about getting people into those positions and helping them advance and start their careers that way. And I think for us, one of the biggest things that we look for when we're staffing for ACT is just that good speaking voice, willingness to learn, the ability to ask questions instead of, just assuming that you know everything. Any of those kinds of skills where you could utilize them to advance, then that's something that we definitely look for with ACTs, because we want somebody to excel there. And we know that you guys are an amazing company to work for. You do a lot of advancements. And so we want somebody there that's wanting those advancement opportunities. So.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, Katie. Well, anything else you want to share with the 40,000 viewers out there?
No,
including outside of the U.S.
You said India, right?
Yes.
Well, hi, India. That's awesome. So no, I mean, really, it's just a great place. Like I said, from my personal experience, I came in here completely not expecting anything out of it. Just this is going to just be a job. First call center. It's been amazing for me. It's been a great learning opportunity. I love my job. I love coming to work every day. I love the people that I work for, the people I work with, and the opportunity to work with them and help them grow and watch them meet their goals. It's amazing for me. I do want to give out the phone number for them to call if they want to look into getting a job here. We have Mary. She is our great recruiter, and her phone number is 435-213-7729. I believe I can put that in the comments, or is that not live on Facebook?
You sure can, but
I can.
I'll do one better here. What's the number?
It's 435-213-7729. And they can text that phone number too. In fact, I know a lot of people like to text. I don't answer phone calls. I answer texts. I know a lot of people are like that. Please text her. She's very responsive. She will get your text message. We also have a text phone, a talent network, I'm sorry. A talent network you can text at 51893, and you just put ACT today, and you'll be put on our talent network, and you'll be contacted by a recruiter there as well.
Awesome. Well, Katie, we can't thank you enough for joining our panel today. I think everyone will agree with me that's watching this right now or will be watching it later. People can feel your passion and they can hear it from just your sincerity and what you do and how much you really care about what you do. And to think that you're a supervisor out there, I would want to work for you. And I think a lot of people would want to work for you. So you're very sincere, passionate, and I think that's what makes companies so great are people like you that are managing the workforce. And so if you're interested in starting a new job or career with ACT, make sure you reach out to Katie and let Elwood know. Let us know if we can help with that. And let's get you out there. Katie, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here. Thank you very much.
All right. Take
Bye.
care. Woo! Heidi.
You feeling the pressure yet?
Oh my gosh, this has just been such a fun event. I don't want it to end. We're 20 minutes away and we still have a lot more to go.
It's not over yet.
It is not over yet. That is you're 100% right there. All right, so our next segment is we're going to be joined by a few of our on-site managers from all over our, lots of different clients, and they don't know what I'm going to ask them to share. So,
Stephen, will you explain to everybody real quick what an on-site manager is and what they're doing?
Oh, Heidi, you really help keep me on the straight and narrow.
I definitely try.
That's why she's like the admin of this whole thing. So an on-site manager is somebody from Elwood that works on-site with our client to be there for anything, for time card issues, questions about benefits, performance evaluations, someone that can be there to coach you and help you integrate really well. And the goal for them as an on-site manager is to get you hired onto this client's payroll. They want to help you get fully integrated. And because they work with so many individuals that have come before you, they have a good idea of what it takes to make it. And if you're kind of going off the straight and narrow, they're going to bring you right back because they've seen it before. And so they are there to help you integrate, learn the job, excel at the job, and get hired on. And so that's an on-site manager. Did I get that right, Heidi?
Yeah, it's really unique what Elwood does. I know a lot of people view anytime that you're hired on by the company, it hurts the staffing company. So they they think that our goal is to not ever get you hired on, but Elwood Staffing is really unique in the way that we see the value in getting people hired on. It's actually valuable to both our company, the companies that we recruit for, and the people that are being recruited.
That's right.
So we definitely see the value in that, and that's what we use our on-site managers for, is to make sure that you are being successful in the workplace, and that if there's any areas that need to be improved, or if you're feeling a little anxious about an area, we definitely want to make you feel as comfortable as possible and help you be as successful as possible. So
well stated, Heidi. So now I'm going to bring a few of them on, and I'm going to ask that they introduce themselves and the company they on-site out at. And then I want my on-site managers to share the number one tip they have for an associate to integrate successfully and get hired on to the client company. One tip that, kind of sums up a lot of different things to help someone be set up for success and get hired on. So we're going to add Derek, LaDonna, Alicia. I don't see. Oh, there she is. And you know what? I think I'm going to add Annette and Felicia. And then I'm going to kick Heidi out because she's not an on-site manager. Sorry, Heidi. Okay. Well, let's do something like that. Okay. So one thing, guys, that one tip for associates that are starting a new career, new job today with Fresenius, with Nutra, with Autoleave, with ES Quality, what's one tip that you can give them that will help them be successful, be set up for success, to get hired on, to integrate well? What's that? What does that look like? I know I put you on the spot here, so we'll take a volunteer before I call on people.
I would say communicate.
Oh, wait, hold on, LaDonna. Introduce yourself.
I'm LaDonna. I'm the on-site over at Nutraceutical.
Hi, LaDonna.
I would say communicate.
Communicate?
Yes.
In what way?
Communicate with your staffing agency, communicate with your supervisors. I just think communication is the key. A lot of times, our associates think, oh, I can't miss a day. Oh, you guys don't understand what I'm going through. And a lot of it comes because they do not communicate.
Some of the greatest wars in world history started all because of a miscommunication.
Miscommunication, yep.
And some of the most unfortunate losses people have had, quitting or being let go, has usually been over a miscommunication. So I love that advice, LaDonna. Such great advice. Communicate to your agency, communicate with us, communicate with LaDonna, your supervisor. You cannot over communicate.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, LaDonna. That was great.
Awesome.
All right. Who's up next? Who's going to top that one? I don't think anyone can.
I actually have one. So something I like to see is employees going above and beyond, putting their best foot forward and showing the initiative to want to learn and asking questions. So that's something that's really important here as you're on the line up here at Autoleave at AOA, is just being able to, be dedicated to learning and growing. That's a big, big thing.
You might have topped LaDonna there. That is great advice. Initiative goes a long way, right? And don't just accepting the circumstances as they are and going, well, maybe that's just how it is here. You don't have to do that. Ask the questions and take the initiative and don't be afraid, because chances are if you're recognizing something that doesn't look right or just seems different, you're not the only one. Maybe others have. And so your unique perspective might be the reason why you get promoted and get the job, is because you're taking that initiative and you're not just accepting things as they are. So that's great, Alicia. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Derek, I see you unmuted yourself.
Yeah, I just want to add to both LaDonna and Alicia's, actually, kind of as an example, that communication and taking initiative goes a long, long way, because you want to have an example of that. The star players are the ones that have the great attendance. They're there and on time every day, and they are taking that initiative. But the reality is they've taken initiative since before they even started. We set them up for success by giving them orientation, getting them all the paperwork, their payment and everything set up. But in reality, it takes the employee's initiative to have a plan B if their car breaks down, have a plan C if the bus isn't running, maybe have other initiatives of making sure that communication between all parties. If they can't find my number, they still call the branch, and they still try to get hold of somebody here at Elwood, and then that person could relay maybe an email to me. So this is just an example of what we're talking about here with that good communication skills and the taking initiative. And then my final point would be wrapping it up is attendance. Good attendance is going to get you hired on any job that you start at anywhere. Your first 90 days, it's crucial you don't miss any days. And we tell people that all the time. Unless there's a major wedding that you have to be at and you're the best man or the bridesmaid, and you really want to ask for that day ahead of time, and they'll probably allow you to get it off. Like Ladonna says, people think they can't take a day off. They just didn't ask ahead of time. So planning and having that initiative so you don't have those emergencies, those are the employees that are the rock stars that get hired on right away, sometimes even before that 3 to 6 month period.
Really good advice, Derek. When you're looking at what's it take to get hired on, you could have these other attributes that Alicia and LaDonna just shared: communication, taking initiative. But if you're not punctual, if you're not showing up, you can be as communicative as much as you want. But if you're not there, that's gonna work against your case. And so, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just the simple things. If you want to grow your career, if you want to make a good income, if you want to make a difference in your life and your family's life, you go to work and you give it your all, and it's going to be a great representation of where you're able to take your career. When you have these attributes that LaDonna, Alicia, and Derek just shared, you're going to have so many doors that open up to you. And you can really advance your career. You can advance your income. Maybe you don't want to grow your career. Maybe you want, you love what you do, but you certainly don't have to be stuck with that same wage your whole life. Like if you have these attributes, you're going to be given opportunities to grow your income. And so punctuality, Derek, that's definitely a good start. Showing up to work, being reliable, that matters. And it goes back to what I mentioned earlier today is, those who get promoted they master their craft, and you can't master your craft if you're not showing up on time and staying the whole day, right?
Exactly.
All right. Thanks, Derek. Annette and Felicia.
I think for us, just, tying all that together is for what we do is really about caring about what you do. I think I mentioned it the last time we did this, that I started as an inspector, and it wasn't ever enough for me to just know that I was looking at parts, right? That I had directions and I was following those directions. I wanted to know more. And at the end of the day, I always had that, okay, did I do enough, right? I cared about what I was doing. So, if you care about what you're doing, you do go to work every day. If you care about what you're doing, you do ask questions. If you can't go home feeling good about what you accomplished in that day, then maybe that's not the right spot for you.
You're pulling from my heartstrings there, Annette. So true.
You're killing me.
You have to care. I mean, at the end of the day, if people ask how I wake up without an alarm clock at 3 a.m, or why the heck I'm even waking up at 3 a.m, that's a completely different story. But the reason I wake up at 3 a.m. is because I care. I love what I do. It's part of my life. What I do here with Elwood is part of my life. I'm giving 12 hours a day to 7 days a week to Elwood. I probably care about what I do, right? I wouldn't be doing that, just if I didn't like what I do. I care what I do, and it goes a long way, and it goes pretty far, just giving you the energy you need to get through some of those hard days and or long weeks, and when you truly do care about what you do, how it affects people. If you care about your team members, it makes things a little bit easier, right? It's still hard, but it makes things just a little bit easier. And that caring, it resonates, it's contagious, and people feed off of it, and it goes a long way. So thank you, Annette.
Yeah.
Felicia, did you want to add anything to that?
I would just say to be okay with change. There's so many people out there that are terrified of change. Something comes up, when you're someone who's willing to step up and even implement a change or mention something to be changed, some sort of improvement, it just shows that you care, and that's what companies want.
Yeah. In any industry, any job, you have to embrace change, because if a company's not changing, they're not growing. That's part of growing. You change, right? You learn from the good and the bad, and you change. And so if you want to be successful in any career at any company, you got to be a change agent. You embrace change. You be part of the change, and that's how you're going to be successful. So great advice. Wow. Look at this awesome group here. I think we're going to wrap things up, bring everyone else in the panel that is in the lobby hanging out. Woo, look at that. I want to first, real quick, just hit on internal openings here at Elwood. We are looking for talented individuals that have all these attributes that our on-site managers just carefully shared with us. If you have those attributes, you're hired. It's just that simple. And we're looking for staffing recruiters. We're looking for staffing assistants, which is a part-time position. Staffing recruiter can be full-time and part-time. We're looking for on-site specialists and on-site managers, to be part of this great group that you're looking at here. And there's a lot of career growth within this company, and we're growing like crazy here in Northern Utah. We would love to bring somebody on that has the same passions and attributes. Someone that cares, someone that is punctual, somebody that will go above and beyond and take initiative. If you have those attributes, let's talk. You can email me, stephen.farrell@elwoodstaffing.com. You talk to anybody here on the team, they'll forward your resume over to me. But if you want to be part of a company that truly cares and part of a culture that really embraces each other, we look out for each other. We always take care of each other, and through the good, the bad, the thick and thin, we work together as a team. If you want to be part of that culture, then give me a call. With that, we got a couple minutes left. I want to thank our first. I want to thank our HR partners that have joined us during this huge job party. I want to thank the job seekers that have tuned in the entire 3 hours. That's amazing. If you made it this long, you really deserve a job after that. And I want to thank our wonderful internal Elwood team. You see some of them here on the screen for making this a great event. As you can see, we have a team that cares. They're passionate. They want you to be set up for success. They don't want to just place you at a company just to get you out there and say the position is filled. They want you to work for a company that truly cares about your own interests. We want to match you with whatever the perfect company looks like for you. It's different for everybody. And that's why our recruiters sit down and talk to you and find out what you're looking for, what you're passionate about, what your past experience is, and then they'll match that up with a company and a job that's a good fit for you. So please, if you're thinking about making your career move, if you're underemployed, you're just not quite feeling it at your current job, or maybe you don't like it there, or maybe you like it but the pay's not enough, or maybe the pay's enough and you don't like it, walk us through that, and we'll give you some options. If you're unemployed right now and you're still worried about navigating back to the workforce and what that looks like, we've helped thousands of people navigate back to the workforce the last few months, and so we've got a little bit of an idea of what that looks like. And so give us a call. Ask any question that you have that's on your mind, and we'll be 100% transparent. Every company, different PPE measures, and we'll help you navigate back to the workplace. And we'll do it in a way that works best for you and your unique circumstance. So with that, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Eric, Atisha, Alicia, Annette, Felicia, Heidi. There's a lot of Alicia, Felicia, Atisha's here. Heidi, LaDonna, Derek, and all of our HR partners. Thank you for joining, and we are going to wrap this up. Remember, take action. Your future starts right now, today. If you've been thinking about making that change, do it now. Take action and apply it at elwoodjobs.com. Thanks, everybody.
See ya.
See you, Steve.